Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Are you being sarcastic or something, my son?
You should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh, shit, I've said fuck. Oh, fuck, I've said shit.
That's your ass. Get a weapon collector, Ross.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you were here?
Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Hello, mother. Looks like it's just me and you. So, welcome to the bed sitting club.
What are you doing in so early? Shit the bed.
Right, while we wait for some more people to come on, I'm just going to quickly look at my setup quickly. Been ages since I've done this. It's not the same as it used to be. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Community moderation. No, fuck it. I won't bother. Right, anyway. Yes. Connor, how are you? Right, mate? Got a fucking itchy nose now. How is everyone? I hope you're all right. I'm quite tired tonight. I've been in the shed. Yeah, I'm not too bad. How are you lot? Yes, evening. Get a coffee going. Cheers. Yeah, I woke up today and nearly all day I felt like, I don't know, like I couldn't wake up properly. Absolutely fucked. Till I went in the shed for a bit and it weren't too bad. But yeah, I just like I couldn't wake up properly. Half asleep all day long. So most of my day today has been finished off the bayonet for the Sobek just there. So if you put that full screen, you'll be able to see that. I won't be selling them like that. It was a bit of an experiment. Now, it works good. It's a good bayonet. Hello, Deep in the Bunker. How you doing, mate? Yeah, it's a good bayonet, but it's a lot of work. I don't think it's worth me making them like that to sell. So I'll probably just sell... If I do bayonets for the Sobek, it'll be like the original ones. Yeah. I wanted to do them like that, but it's just too much work. To make them really solid, it involves quite a bit of work. What you have to do, you know, bayonets have the ring that goes over a barrel. That partly helps it to not be snapped off. So you have to have that on there, otherwise they're quite flimsy. So once you've drilled through the hardened steel to put the mount on and then put that front face plate on, it's a lot of work. How you doing, Rich? You right, mate? And then I made some bayonets for the Sobek. And again, that was a bit of an experiment. Those long broadheads aren't worth using for the Sobek. They're too long and they require too much modification. They'll work in it. They will work. But the amount of modding I had to do to those to make them fit doesn't make them worth the bother. What you have to do to get these to fit in the magazine, first of all, you have to cut about half an inch off the bolt. And then where these are so long, they're longer than the broadhead like hole in the magazine. They're touching at the top and touching at the bottom. So you then have to do this bit. So it's this collar here, same thickness as this. Make this bit as thin. And then you have to start tapering up here. So it's not catching. It's a lot of bother. So, yeah, well, Rich, that's what I'm going to do. I had these anyway, so I thought I'd just try them. Rich said, Mike, try those short broadheads. They're only 30 mil. before you mentioned it, I'd had the same idea as well. You know, when you put it on Discord, I'd had them in a Amazon like watch, list thing for a couple of weeks. Because I'm waiting until the 18th, and then I'll have on the 18th. I get paid by Amazon, and then I can buy it that way. So you're not getting any credit for it, Rich. I'd thought of it as well. No, but you're right, Rich. Those ones I think would be perfect. I can't. So if I had one of the problem is, let me draw around here. Have you seen the Sobex magazine? Problem with the top of the magazine bit. Right. What happens is, Rich, I'm wearing these gloves because I've got arthritis. My hands are fucking killing me. Nancy gloves. You're lucky I don't block you for that. That's quite a twattish way to talk to someone, to be honest. Right, anyway. Because it's like that, you have to be careful how the broadheads will fit in. Because they're either touching at the top or touching down here. Does that make sense? Fucking that's a nightmare. Trying to do this shit. Mother said, Mike, I sent you a message a few weeks ago, but you did not reply. I have a Cold Steel RPGs. I sent only special people. I want you to send you one. Yeah, you can send me one, Rich. Fucking have Rich, Mother. You can send me one, Mother. Yeah, I thought I'd replied to you. You got to remember, a couple of weeks it was Christmas. I was busy at that point. You got to be, I was busy at that time. So yes, yeah, feel free to send me one, Mother. That's fine. And I do appreciate that. But yeah, it was Christmas. I was doing stuff. David, sorry, I'm off to bed, working like a dog this week, and tomorrow morning, opening up and fitting out new deluxe shop. Have a good evening, all. Thank you, David. Yeah, have a good evening, mate. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. See you later. Richard said, still obsessed with Freak Show lol cowboy. See, who isn't? Connor said, what's your opinion on tactical whips? I don't really know a lot about tactical whips, to be honest. I don't know. Mother said Adam Chaladin got one of you remembering yesterday the guy from Zombie Go Boom also got one. Yeah, I do remember you mentioning it, Mother, and I do appreciate it, and it will be a lovely gift. Thank you. Sorry, I'm really fucking tired tonight and not in a good mood, and then I get weird messages like that off that bloke, which sent me over the fucking rails. And I don't know. It doesn't help when your hands are fucking killing you and someone said, what's those Nancy gloves? But yeah, you can send me one, Mother. I'm sorry I didn't reply, but it was Christmas and I was doing stuff. I'm replying now, if that's all right. But don't forget, if I don't reply, you can always just say it again. You know what I mean? Anyone who messages me, don't worry. If I don't reply to you, it's okay for you to remind me. You know what I mean? It's okay. Blade Player, if you're still watching, I haven't blocked you, by the way. I just timed you out 'cause that irritated me. Normally, I would take that as a joke that it was intended to be, but you caught this. The problem is sometimes people catch me at the wrong moment. Oh, there you go, back. Okay. President Mike, it was me that made the glove comment. I wasn't trying to berate you. I was just unbuttoning. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate you coming back because, yeah, the problem is I think you just caught me at the wrong moment there and I had a bit of a funny turn. So, Perry, I appreciate you coming back. Yeah, I haven't blocked you, by the way. I have not blocked you. I just timed you out because I just, when you just catch someone just the wrong time and you don't mean to do it, that's what happened there. So, yeah. Cheers, mate. I get it now. The problem was I just saw the words without reading it. You know what I mean? And then reacted. Yeah. Now I've got arthritis in my hands now, and I've been working in the shed. My fucking hands are killing me. So yeah. Yeah. No. Glad you're back. But don't worry, I ain't blocked you. Yeah. No, I've been working in the shed. My hands are actually fucking hurting tonight as well. Anyway, what have you lot all been up to? Fucking nightmare, isn't it? But yeah, so anyone making broadheads for your what do you call them? For your Sovex, these are too long to make them like realistically easy to do. Sorry about your hands, by the way. Want me to send you some tramadol? No, I'm all right. I will put up with what I've got for now. So I could probably get some tramadol here, potentially. Oh, Christ's sake. Anyway, what have you been up to, Perry? Been up to much? Did you have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year? Yeah. Yeah, they're a bit. I don't know. Maybe you haven't been on for a while. My hands are they're bastards now. Yeah, so right. Yeah. Mother said, did you try them on a target with George's face? What, the bolts? No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I don't think I'll use them ones again. It's not really worth the bother. By the way, my queen, she is listening. I'm all right, by the way. I'll get this coffee down here. I might wake up a bit as well. So, yeah, Connor, sorry, tactical whips. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about tactical whips. I know you can get, like, belt whips and stuff like that. I don't know. Whips obviously do damage, and if you know how to use it, it's a good thing. But carrying it and using it and all that, I don't know. How you doing, Len? Nice to see you on, mate. How are you? Good evening, Mike. Have you looked into the UMAX HDR markers? Great, loads of custom add-ons. I haven't. So I sort of have, Len. The only problem is I get a bit paranoid about them because of that issue with, you're not. Now, I may be wrong here because I haven't really looked into them properly. But I'm interested in them, but not. The thing that put me off was, if you have like solid, I was gonna say solid loads, then sounds wrong. If you have like solid ammo, no, that's okay, isn't it? As long as it's can you have solid ammo for them? Do they have to be frangible? And then there's the issue with the 6 foot pound thing for pistols, isn't there? That always puts me off. That makes me think, how powerful are they going to be if they have to be 6 foot pound? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to look into it more. Have you got one then? Perry said, I had a great Christmas, mate. I hope you did as well. I spent a lot of time in hospital with pneumonia. Fucking hell. Just been doing some custom work on blades, sharpening, anodizing, and action adjustment. Oh, nice. Nice. What knives was that then? Because I know you've got some nice ones. Well, I'm glad you're all right, mate. Yeah, because pneumonia is a serious thing, isn't it? Yeah. That's a shame. Was that like up properly over Christmas then, or? It's a riding crop. Oh, you may have a riding crop. Richard's always beating people with riding crops. That's like that's his rage on Detra, that is. Gets out on his horse and going to whip the peasants with his fucking riding crop. I would be doing the same thing, Richard, if I had a fucking horse as well. Oh, glad you're all right, mate. Yeah. Well, you know, custom work. Do you sell? So once you've done your custom work on the blades, Perry, do you is that to sell? But yeah, Len, the HDR markers. I was tempted. I was that close to getting them, but there was a couple of things that put me off. But I can't remember what that was now. Kraken Prep, how are you? You right, mate? Yeah, nice to see you on. Just talking about anything at the minute. Len said, classed as paintball guns. Yeah, you can use rubber balls. The pistols are 7 joules and legal, and the rifles are 11 joules. I've got a few. It's addictive. Yeah. I was talking about fucking crossbows to metallic earlier, and I think I've got I got 20. I must have about 23 now. I must have 23 crossbows. But yeah, I am interested in them. Then I think the only thing that put me off was I got paranoid if I had one of them. No, because if it's surely, I'll have to look into it. Because I remember hearing something that you're not allowed to have solid projectiles shooting out of them. But if it's under 6 foot pound, that's classed as an air rifle. An air pistol can shoot solid loads, can't it? Kraken said, I love the HDR range. Yeah, as I said, I've looked into them a bit, but I don't know a lot about them. Tristan, how you doing, mate? You all right? I had a little bit of time in the shed today. Len said, modern combat sports is the place to go. Nice. I'm looking. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually, the reason I got so this is the Sobek, the Alligator Plus that will be not raffled off, auctioned off eventually. I'm going to kit that out with literally everything I can think of: speed loaders, fucking lights, lasers, bayonet, sling, everything, broadhead bolts, bodkins. They're now selling them again on, not again, but Bushcraft Lab have them for 70 quid right now. Bushcraft Lab. I'll do a video tomorrow. Carl said, Happy New Year. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I'm in Tenerife. Oh, you having a nice time in Tenerife, are you, Carlos? I hope you are. I did say hello to Tristan. Tristan said, nothing much. Had an awesome Christmas, an awesome New Year. Good. Then said, Sobex on Springfield just now, 69 quid. Yes. I think that, so Bushcraft Lab are doing them for 69 quid as well. And I'll mention Springfields as well then. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, probably telling people where to go. Rizza, talking like I'm an aristocrat. You know I'm cold as piss. You can pretend that, Rich. Kraken said, yeah, check the first strike. They are way better. All right. Cookie says, sorry I missed the start with the bolts. What's the verdict? These ones personally aren't worth making. It's too much work. Look, they're all fucking different lengths. They all work though. I must have marked one wrong. Well, I say they're all different. One of them's too short, but it still does work. These heads are too long, but there is an option. There is what I think I'll use. It will still require a bit of modding, but I think what will work better. Oh, they do. They do work, Cookie. They do work. They will shoot out of it. But it's to be selling them to people or even showing that people how to make them, it's not worth the fucking bother. But if I've got it still, where's that? Hang on. This isn't the one I was going to show you, but you can get heads like that are a lot sort of stumpier and wider that will fit perfectly pretty much. That's the cutout for the broadhead, and that should pretty much fit in there perfectly. It won't be that one because that's an arrowhead, but the shorter ones like that would work easier. I thought I had one of the ones. I don't know where that is. But I do prefer the solid one-piece ones. But yeah, they will work, but they're them particular ones, they're too long. Let's put this shit back. Yeah, scope, sorry, I forgot to say a scope as well. Yeah, I'll put a sight on it. I'll put everything, sight, light, laser, sling, bayonet, foregrip, everything. And then I'll auction it off to the highest bidder. Tristan said, for Christmas, my uncle gave me back one of my old shotguns. I had to sell it in a while back because I needed the money. I saw that video. Yeah, I thought I'd commented on that one. I did see that video. Yeah. Yeah, they look all right, Cookie. And they will fight. They will shoot. The problem is you have to take off a little bit of each edge because otherwise it's sticking up. To make them really fit well, because I've seen people just ram a broadhead on, but they don't fit properly like that. You have to make this bit here the same thickness as the shaft. You have to grind these bits up. You have to flatten off the tops to make them really fit well and shoot well. And I say, I've seen people literally just fucking ram a fucking broadhead on, and it's fatter here and it's fatter there, and they're almost sitting like that as they go in because it's getting fatter at the tops. You know what I mean? Tristan said, yeah, sadly I won't be working for a while because I'm out of materials. Need to start stocking up. Now, I liked your knife idea using the handles to the ammo tins. Was a fucking great idea. Rita said, I've given Mike an idea for short broadheads. Take no notice of him, Cookie. Don't give him credit for things you never did. Don't make me go onto my Amazon list now, Richard. That's what I'm going to do right now. Don't make me go on my Amazon list and a fucking screenshot when I put it in the list just to prove you wrong. That's how petty I am tonight. Perry nearly got blocked just for a joke. But he's back, and he's welcome back. Oh, Christ, what a night, eh? What a night. That's the thing with me. You got to be careful. You catch me on the wrong night, and I'm a right bastard. Oh, fuck's sake. Right. I can't even find them. Right, we'll leave that anyway. Fuck it. Carlos said, I treated myself to a handmade axe. Just sent it to an Instagram. Oh, no, so it's my phone. I'll have a look. Cheers for coming back, Perry. I do appreciate that. Yeah, and I hadn't blocked you though. I thought I timed you out there. Fucking moody bastard I am sometimes. Oh god. Carlos, can I show it to people? Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's nice. That is. Yeah, I can get it up so no one else can see it anyway. I can get it up so no one else can see it. Sorry, no one else can see any other information. I mean, yeah, that's a beauty, that is. So I made a tomahawk for Tom. Hello, Tom and Cheryl, if you're watching. And I took it around Metallics to sharpen it and send it in. And then I bought it back, and I can't find it now. He came here from Scotland to see me, and I had to say to him, "Sorry, I can't find your tomahawk. I don't know where the fuck it is." That's lovely though. That is Carlos. Perry said, "I keep trying to show you which knives, mate, but the message don't go through, or it must be breaching the rules or something." Where's that on Instagram? Let me have a look, mate, because it might have gone into some weird. Sometimes you have to, for the first. Where are you trying to show them, Perry? That's Perry, wasn't it? Friends, and I got a crazy idea. What if you could take one of those arrowheads and pack it in a shotgun shell? Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I bet someone's tried that. What I was going to say, Perry, sometimes on Instagram, the messages have to go to Like, I have to accept it first, if that makes sense. I don't know. I ain't got nothing on there. So yeah, they will work, but they're too much work to bother doing for other people. So I will get the ones that Richard suggested after I'd already thought about it. I can't remember where I put. I think it was actually on AliExpress where I'd bookmarked them. All right. Do anything to prove Rich wrong now? Bad joking. I ain't gonna look though because I can't remember where the fuck I was gonna buy them from. Because if they're on here, I could buy them now. Wish list. No, they were. Yeah, so you can get quite a good deal on there, Rich. Let me just see if this is showing any of my information. All right. Let's share screen. Yeah. Oh well, just got to remember how to do it. So I think these ones would fit. Although saying that, if you look, because it depends how high up they go in the magazine, these still might need a bit of adjusting as well, but it shouldn't be as much. 24 for 15 quid. That's pretty good. Yeah, 24 for 15 quid. That's what's that? That's less than £1 each, which is fucking good because you can't normally get broadheads for less than £1 each. You still might have to mod them a little bit. It's because of that bit. It's because of these bits here. If that went straight down. But yeah, I prefer the one-piece ones like that, though I don't really like the like razor blade ones. Cookie, if you message me, hang on, I'll open it. I'll just do it now. Fuck it, because you know me. You never get it. You will, but hang on. Gosh, fucking Instagram's got all this weird fucking. Cheers, mate. Gay, piss off. Fuck's sake. I'm not sending you gay porn. Stop asking. All right. Perry said it's on here, mate. The message just don't go through. If I mention the YouTube channel or link. Links don't work on here. Actually in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. If you wanted to email me them, I could show them. If you wanted people to see them. Cookie's sad because I won't send him the gay porn. No, fucking go to Pornhub for that. Tristan said he don't want to show his ID. He wants me to show my ID. Let me get all the blame. Tristan, but yeah, the ammo can handles were left over from the wood stove I built. Oh yes, good idea. Yes. Richard, yeah, that's what I got them for. Yeah, 16 quid for 24. That's a good price. Because often those heads are at least £1 each, aren't they, Rich? And I have a curious question to ask. Why don't a lot of people use steel shafts for their bow and arrows instead of using hollow ones? A carbon fiber, just out of curiosity. Do you know what, Tristan? I don't really know either. I think it's because it's too heavy. If anything, I'd say it becomes too heavy at that point. Sometimes it depends. There is a limit to the weight. It can become so heavy that it's then, negating any benefit you get. Get them, Cookie. 10 quid for the new bar. I'd get in there, mate. But if you get them for the Sobek, I don't think they won't fit straight on. Just know that. They do need modding. Cookies in my can't. They want to see my cum face. Fuck's sake. There is a diamond-shaped cross-section. More diamond-shaped than a cross-section for the blade. Yes. So you'd still, for the Sobek, you'd still have to take off a bit of the edges. It will still require modification. Yeah. I'll have to have a good look around, see if there's like a perfect size one that'll fit sort of straight on there. No, I do have a full size one, but not for sale. If that's what you mean. He said, "Email your AOL. I want a full size crossbow. Do you have one? I do have one, but not for sale. But I could point you in the direction for them." So, how long is that? Actually, they're fucking time. They're about the same length as them, to be honest, aren't they? Let me just look up. All right, so that's from. I do appreciate you sending me that picture, Richard. Where did you put it? It's disappeared. Oh, fuck it. Rich, where did you send that picture? Right, the tip to so that's 4 centimeters. That is. It's actually 3 cent. I think those about 3. Cookie said, "I might sell my R9." There you go. Get hold of Cookie. R9s are well worth owning. Richard said, due to steel, arrow shafts weigh a lot for its strength to stiffness ratio. President, no, just for recommendation. Never had one. Oh, okay. I would. So it depends what you want, but I would always say the best full size crossbow. My 2 favorite full size crossbows are either the R9. I think the R9 is good for single shot and getting into crossbows because you've got that underlever cocking method. Yeah. Perry, if you want me to pass your email on to Cookie, I can do that. So the R9 definitely well worth as a good getting into crossbows, and the Jaguar Mark 1 Jaguar with a 150-pound limb on it, not 175. It's too much for like starting off. You just won't enjoy it. Cookie said, that guy I mentioned about 3D printing, remember the name is Upbolt. All right, what was that for, Cookie? Was that to make the... I can't remember what that was for. So, Cookie, send me a message saying, Mike, can you pass on Perry's email? And I'll do that later. Tristan said, yeah, a while back, I went into a hunting store to get some more arrows and some other stuff. And when the guy checked my ID, he actually assumed I was related to the Barnett crossbow company. Yeah, I forget about... Because I see you on here so often, Tristan, it never crosses my mind. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it could be. And I told him, no, it was just a coincidence, same name, but no way I'm related. So the bloke, I'll tell you a little story about the bloke who created Barnett. So I've got quite an old, it's not an old, but it's like a 90s, 2000s crossbow, the Barnett Compound 2 Commando crossbow. Barnett Commando 2 compound crossbow anyway, yeah. Fucking hell. And I've got some of their catalogues. Well, I got an email from the main Barnett bloke. I think it was a long time ago, and I can't remember the full details of it. But as far as I'm aware, I think it was him. It was originally the bloke who started Barnett. So the original Barnett bloke emailed me saying he's writing a book about Barnett as a company, and if it weren't him, it was his son anyway. I'll explain why it's hard to remember. Anyway, he messaged me saying, I'm writing a book about the history of Barnett, and I'd like to know if any of your catalogues I've got the price lists in, because I'd like to know some of the prices of the crossbows in that era, how much they were. And I said, I'll send you what I can. But the thing is, I didn't have any of that. I had the catalogues, but the catalogue had a separate catalogue with all the prices in. I didn't have that anymore. And then that just like nothing happened, just disappeared. And then about 2 or 3 years later, I got a random email from either that bloke's son. So it was either the main Barnett bloke and then his son emailed me, or the Barnett bloke's son was writing the book, and then someone related to him messaged me saying that he died and the book never got finished. Yeah. So there will never be an official, the history of Barnett Crossbows by the bloke who started the company Barnett, because he died before he finished it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to let me look in my emails, because you never know. The actual let me see if I just put in Barnett in my emails and see if it comes up. But I think, as far as I remember, it was the main bloke who created Barnett, and then it was his son who messaged me afterwards saying, just randomly, they must have just been going, or maybe I'd messaged them saying, how's the book coming along? Right, let me look. I might be able to find it. Mark Barnett, old Barnett stuff. Okay, is this him? Okay, it's the son. Hi, Mike. Thank you for getting in touch. Barnett Crossbows was originally P&B Barnett, and the Bernard was my uncle, and Peter was my father. Family business from 1988 to 2000. Yeah, this is when he messaged. I must have messaged him saying, "How's the book coming along?" And then he said, Dad died. Yeah, hang on. No, maybe it was him. Whatever happens, I'll be searching for stuff on Barnett in the new year. I have a brochure. Yes, it was the son, and then I can't remember who messaged me to say that he died though. I don't know. But it never happened. Anyway, let's get back to. Len said, I have the original Commando, worth a few. Yeah, I bet they are. The original one, yeah, I bet it is. I like that. That's a nice crossbow, that is. It makes me wonder why they don't. Why other companies haven't copied that idea, unless they've got such like through the roof fucking like patents on it that you can't touch it. Then the Chinese don't give a fuck, do they? Richard said, I got a few old Barnetts. I tuned one of the old Safari compound bows to over £100 and another 127. Said Ninja, how you doing, mate? You right? He said, hello, all just popping in for a bit. Hope you're all well. I ain't too bad. I've had a day in the shed, so my hands are hurting a bit. I've took some painkillers. They seem to be kicking in a bit now. Sorry, fucking hiccups. I made some broadheads for the Sobek magazine crossbow, but they're pain in the ass to do. So I don't know if I'll do those ones to sell. Tristan said, well, that's cool. Didn't know about that. But it was quite a shock when I first found out my name is spelled the same way. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm glad, Tristan, you mentioned it, because that triggered that memory about the Barnett bloke messaging me. I might have to do a bit of research into that, but I'm pretty sure that my memory was he messaged me saying, have you got any information about Barnett? Because I know you've got some of the catalogues. And then later on, a couple of years later, someone messaged me saying, it ain't going to happen now, bloke died. Shed Ninja said, nice. I had a mad idea to try and use glass straw for crossbow bolt just to see what would happen. That'd be a booby trap, I'd call that. That'd be instant blindness. The instant blindness crossbows held up like that and shooting glass straight in your eyes. There you go. Instead of the instant Legolas, the instant blindness. Is there a blind person in Lord of the Rings? Oh, Christ. Oh, my first reaction was glass in my eyes. Flashbang bolt, yeah. Oh, God. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know. Let's say. Yes. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Since we've talked about that Barnett thing, I want to go and read that whole email now, and I want to share it with everyone. But I don't. It was a private email between me and so I don't know. Well, if there's any way I could do it, then if he's dead, I don't know, is he? So. But it was an interesting opportunity, and he, like that, he gave me a bit of history of the company and why he was doing it. I wonder if I could search it on. If I could search it on my phone, maybe I'll read it to you. It's just because when I get it on there, I can't see the comments. If I do it like this, I can still see the comments. Fucking phone's dead. Oh, Christ. So everyone up to in the weekend? I don't think I might go in the shed tomorrow. I don't know. Depends how much my hands hurts. Right. Let's go right back to the beginning. Yeah, so it was originally a bloke called Stan who'd emailed me. Right. I'll read it to you. Fuck it. Let's just read it to you. All right. So, originally a bloke called Stan emailed me and said, used to be on YouTube, and he's a member of the National Field Archery Association. In the October issue of the NFAS newsletter, Mr. Barnett, the son of the founder of Barnett Crossbows, wrote a short request for copies of catalogues, adverts, sales brochures, or even real old crossbows for him to look at and copy and not keep, to help with a book he's writing called History of Barnett Crossbows. He said most of the early history and other Barnett stuff was lost when the factory burned down in the early 2000s. Can you help him with his book by letting him have any of your old catalogues and bows you may have? And then he gave me his info. And I was up for helping out. So then he sent me a picture of very old crossbow there. By the looks of it. Old Barnett crossbow. Must be like a fucking original, that. So Barnett crossbow was originally B&P Barnett, and the Barnett was B was my Uncle Bernard and P was my father. I was looking into writing a history of the company with a view to publishing it. I'm also looking to have a website and Facebook page covering the older bows. When my uncle retired, he passed the company on to his son, my cousin, David Barnett. David took on some partners and moved the company to the USA in the early 2000s. A few years ago, they were bought out by Plano Synergy Group, and my cousin is the group's chief designer. I can't blame him for selling out, but they did offer him a very large amount of money. Although the new owners acknowledged the British heritage of the company, it's getting pushed further and further into the background, hence my wish to celebrate the older designs and get a definitive history produced. I'm off to the USA in a few days, and I'm going to visit the factory and my cousin. I'm going to try and convince him to lend me the old documents he has, but it's quite possible he won't have to. I don't think the new owners really want a warts and all history. I'll have to see. Whatever happens, I'll be searching for stuff on Barnett in the new year. I have the brochure you featured. I'd be very interested in hear what else you might have. I want to get a full set of brochures to put online. what are really useful are price lists. I want to do a production timeline with crossbows, and brochures aren't dated and ran for more than 1 year. So the scans of price lists would help a lot. I overlooked YouTube as a way to find the literature I'm after. I have a Silver Shield, the original Barnett production crossbow from the 60s. I refurbished it a few years ago and it hangs in my office. I was wondering if you would like to feature it on your channel. Why the fuck I didn't say yes to that? I don't know. I thought I could video it in the new year and send it to you with some notes. You could then do a voice over and a short video for the old info. Maybe an offer of a signed by my uncle, the founder, copy of the book, or anyone who can help out. What do you think? Can help. I don't know why I didn't do that video. Maybe he never sent it. I don't know. All right. Okay. This is the update I got. Hi, Mike. Firstly, doesn't fly by. Been a year since I emailed you. In case you have forgotten, it's about providing Mr. Barnett with the historical leaflets on the Barnett crossbows. Sadly, Mr. Barnett became seriously ill not long after I emailed you, and although I don't know if he actually contacted you, as he said he was going to, even more sadly, he died only a few weeks later. It appears his crossbow book will never be published. Anyway, sad loss aside, I'm contacting you again about the new generation of crossbow pistols. And then there's quite an extensive talk about the Tron there. Yeah. Sad, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because he seemed really fucking like that was a bloke who wanted to do a book on his family history. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. Thank you for listening to that. I do appreciate it. I know it's a lot of fucking it's a lot of reading, and you know, if you're not that massively into it. But yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? I don't know why I didn't take him up on doing that video. Maybe I said yes, but I can't see my replies. Maybe I did say yes, maybe because he was ill, he never got the video to me, which would make sense now. Yeah, seeing as it seemed like not long after that he got ill. Yeah, Perry said that's absolutely gutting, not a loss. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because I know what it feels like to want to try and get your family history as you know, written down, and if you don't get the chance to do it, it's gone. Yeah, at least his Barnett stuff, there is a chance of some of it. Yeah, this was a few years ago. That was probably a good 10 years ago. But still, it just come up because Tristan said about the name Barnett, and then I thought, I've sort of got a connection with Barnett. I've got a story about Barnett, you know. I'll tell you when that was. So it's the wrong thing. Hang on. I could be actually on my emails. Fucking hell. Oh, emails. But yeah, it's sad. So that was 2019, 7 years ago. No, hang on. Yeah, 2018. 2018 when the first email came in. 2019 when I found out he died. That's a shame. I wonder if they got the website started. Right, let me get back on some of these comments. Richard Mike, heard of Burnett Archery Company? It's spelled correctly. It's got an old vintage compound bow made by them. You have. Yeah, he has. Fucking hell. No, I haven't heard of Burnett. No. Was that a rip-off, was it? Finn said, well, maybe when I get some materials, I might make some prototype arrows and try it out. We'll design them with a solid steel shaft and the blades will be pinned in with steel rivets. That's a good idea. It depends the poundage, I suppose, because like the things that Rich makes, he makes such big, heavy bows that, you know, they could probably fire that. Sadly, I don't own any crossbows or bows anymore, but I still know plenty of people who do. I definitely want to try them. Yeah, it's worth a try. I've got bolts that have steel in them, and it does. And I've had a lot of power. Perry said Mike's got hundreds of blades. Hang on. Perry said got hundreds of blades, Mike. Can send you one to review sometime if you want. I emailed you a link, by the way. I can't send that one link that it did. Did everyone else used to read Gunmark? Do you know what, Perry? I'll take you up on one of them. Do a review when he knows one. I'm sure you mentioned that before. I've got a Gunmark down there. I've got a Gunmark within reach. Yes. I'm pretty sure I got that shotgun from Gunmark. Richard said, Tristan, steel tube arrow shafts have been done, just need to be thin-walled tube. Perry said that's absolutely good. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It really is. No, I'm glad I got to read that, and I'm glad that there were people here who got to listen to that and found it interesting. Because that was, I remember being fascinated by it at the time and wanting to help, but not really being able to help because the only thing he wanted, I didn't have. I didn't have the fucking price list because it was, for some reason, some of the old gun and bow and weapon catalogs used to come with a catalog and then a fucking price list separate. Yeah, that was not, and it was sort of nice to be asked if I could help, and and I did want to. Yeah. No, because you wouldn't. You'd keep I kept some of the catalog, and I'll still keep fucking. I'm a weirdo for keeping catalogs. I even keep darts catalogs. I still play darts occasionally, but I have got a Gunmark within reaching distance down there. I might get it in a minute. Yeah, it is a shame he passed away, and it should have been. Nan said, very interesting, Mike. I tried to contact them for parts with the commander a couple of years ago, but never got a reply. Yeah. I'm glad you lot found it interesting. That was sort of, that was nice to be able to tell people about that. Perry said, yeah, it's a piece of history disappeared, not just the family, but the company. Exactly. Perry said, do you know what time period Marva Cat? It was 24 hours. It was 24 hours, Perry, so you're going to have to wait a bit. Where are we? Punished Shed Ninja said, if anyone's seen my you have to wait till tomorrow now. Oh god. If anyone's seen my Halloween werewolf build video, I used a steel straw for a joke stealth bolt disguised as a straw. Nice. Perhaps I love Gunmark back in the day, 7mm soft air. Sadly, you can't take the time out the back, otherwise I'll just turn it off. All right, Sue, how are you? In terms of crossbow stock, what material do you recommend? What, for making or buying? Like owning? Making or owning? I don't think I have a wooden stocked bought crossbow. I fucking love the look of some of the old ones. Let me just go and hang on. James, we're talking about catalogs. Right, I'll get them out for you. Can you see me fucking arse crack hanging out? Right, hang on. Yeah, if we're going to talk about these, I might as well get the fuck of it out. Where's my torch? For buying, do you see a lot of crossbows now with wooden stocks? I don't think you do you? Oh, I don't know where the Gunmark's gone, but I did have a Gunmark. I have changed some of these. What it was, I had a load out to do nostalgia reviews on. Now I won't talk about all of these. I'll just show you quickly. So that's a Jack Pike one. That's got knives and stuff in and hunting gear. Loads and loads of Worldwide Arms Limited ones. That company doesn't exist anymore. The bloke who created that company died a couple of years ago, and they got rid of the company. Loads of Worldwide Arms Limited, because I used to get sent those all the time. Cold Steel one there with the cover missing. The old classic Battle Orders. The Battle Bugle. And a rare price list. Worldwide Arms Limited again. USMC. That had some good stuff in. All of these are more than 10 years old, I think. 20 years old, isn't it? Well, apparently I'm a bullshitter. I'm sure I showed him this, though, and that wasn't what he wanted. Christ. Fucking hell. Barnet fucking, Matty, how you doing, mate? You right? Aritsu, he said buying. I'm not sure. You don't see a lot of wooden stocked crossbows. There used to be, if I could find the Barnet catalogue, there used to be some absolutely beautiful wooden stocked ones. I think most of the time nowadays, you will only get synthetic sort of stocks. Brocock. I'll tell you what, these were the best air pistols you would ever get. They was powerful. I think there was about 4 foot-pounds. They weren't that powerful, but they was powerful enough. But these guns were the same quality as firearms. That's why people could convert them into firearms so easily. But they were on par for actual firearm quality. They were beautiful air guns. Yeah, pre-charged cartridges, Perry, that's it. I always wanted the rifle, that fucking rifle, Predator rifle. Shoot some Predators with that. Look at it. That's an air rifle. Yeah, Brocock got banned in the end. It was too easy to convert. But the quality of the guns, it was firearm quality. Mother said you changed. Pro said grew up hunting, so I got all sorts of magazines for 90s nostalgia. Yeah, paper magazines. Dresden and I love finding catalogues. Some of the stuff I have to see the prices back then compared to now. I know, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've got the gun mark under here, but I have got one. You look at some of these beautiful things in this. I would have loved some of these. Even back then, some of these fucking crossbows was lovely. That one there, the bloody red and gold one. That's the one I had, but in all black. And then the other one I always wanted was that, the Delta Storm takedown one. How you doing, Lee? You right, mate? But yeah, you don't see... I don't know. Maybe you do, but I don't... Where I look, I don't see many wooden stocked crossbows nowadays. Kraken, I didn't? Yeah, Kraken, yeah. The Brococks got banned because they was too easy to convert. Sports marketing, I had a fair few things off of them in the day. Stringtown supplies, I used to have a lot of stuff off of them. All these catalogues are old as the old 2004. One of the best catalogs for random stuff was Spytek. The Spytek used to do all of the... This catalog's a newer one, so it doesn't have it in, but Spytek used to have all of the like extendable battens and coshes and stuff like that. I've got a video on that. Some of these catalogs do have videos on them. Right, where are we? Richard, I've still got a set of cables to try and fix your bun. Oh, lovely, Richard. We will sort that out one day. My dream crossbow would be my Barnet 2 compound crossbow. My Barnet 2 Commando. So, yeah, if me and Rich can fix it one day, or Rich can fix it one day. Love you forever, Rich. More Worldwide Arms. The reason I've got so many Worldwide Arms ones is they used to actually send you them monthly. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, by the way. Budget Guns and Tackle. Still got something in there. I don't know what this one is. BSA, I think. That must be reasonably new. I don't know. More Worldwide Arms Limited. Air gun owners. New legislation. Airsoft. This catalogue, this showcased the kind of shit you could get. And it's fucking... I don't know how much this stuff would cost. But look at some of this stuff. I would have loved some of this stuff. Right, hang on. If this is the right one. Full metal M60 BB guns. But this would be like probably the higher end stuff. Because you got to remember, this was like 20, 25 years ago. That stuff probably cost a fucking fortune back then. Full metal Uzis, fucking Spaz 12s, and yeah. They do some of the cheaper ones in there as well. That is someone's actual proper book they wrote, An Introduction to Airgun Hunting. Fuck, it's upside down. Oh no, I think it's like you open it one way and it's a complete gun sports guide, and then you turn it the other way around, half and half. Hey there, Ben, you're right, mate. Battle orders, more battle orders, more battle orders. I owned every single one of those knives. That one I sold. That one I still own. That is still legal. And that one I sold. The reason I say that is they're classed as zombie knives now. Did I say hello, Ben? How you doing, mate? Yeah, Tristan, are you still on? This one will interest you. I know you got a fair few of those. Mother said that Delta Storm is Chinese copy of William Tell Archery website. Yes. Perry said everyone had a G10 and a GAT gun. Yeah, they did. Yes. Aritsu said, yeah, my dream crossbow would be the old Commando 2 compound crossbow. Because I own one, I'd like to fix it. And me and Rich will. I don't know if I could. No. So in all realistically, right now, my dream pistol right now, my dream crossbow right now would be a Barnet Tri-Strike, which I was donated the money for and bought and then fucked over by the company selling it. So I've had to do something else, but I will be able to buy one soon. Richard said I was browsing crossbows on eBay. Some of the pricier end were wood. That's why do you know what it probably is? Richard, the wooden ones are probably older. They're probably vintage. There's a next option is to put some modern split epoxy glass limbs and next cams to the yoke and modern Dyneema string and cables make the Barnet shoot good 100 foot more, 100 feet per second. I'm up for anything, Rich, as long as it shoots. Ben said, good evening, how's the stream shaping up? It's all right. I was in quite a bad mood at the beginning, but I'm okay now. I think the painkillers are kicked in. Kraken said the TE4 AR-15 by Umrix is dope. Full metal, cost a bit though. Yes. Perry said, what's the classification for a zombie knife? Okay, if I remember rightly, it is any knife with a blade over 8 inches that has a point and a sharp edge, okay, that then has either multiple holes or multiple spikes or serrations. That is a zombie knife. But it has to be over 8 inches to start with, has to have a point, it has to be sharp, and then if it has more than one hole, zombie knife, serrations, zombie knife, unless it's a little bit of serrations right down the bottom. It's really complicated. So anyway, yeah, Tristan's got a few of these, the old Denix replicas. You don't see many people with the old AK-47 Denix replica, do you? The wording, they took that off in the end, Kraken. That's what it used to be. I think they changed it in the end, and they don't have to have the writing anymore. Like, the writing don't matter now. Tristan, did you know they do a yeah, I think they took the writing thing off in the end. But yeah, that was on there, and it was fucking pathetic. But I've got a knife up there. See that thing there? That's got writing on it that could be deemed as threatening. Sorry, I'm doing this right next to the microphone. Probably all you can hear is that, can't you? That was an alright one. www.airpistols.co.uk. Now, this might have been back when they were still selling extendable batons. Yeah, the wording don't matter now. As far as I'm aware, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the wording bit don't count anymore. What's the last one? Battle orders again. No, string town supplies. I used to take advantage of, if I could find one, please say that in here. Right. That used to get really fucking sick of me. So Stringtown used to give you a £5 off voucher. And I used to get so many of these catalogues, because every time I'd order something, I was ordering something once a month. Every time they'd send me, I'd get another voucher for £5 off. And I'd send them back like fucking 50 quid worth of £5 off vouchers with my order. They used to hate me. Because I don't think, as you know, weren't supposed to be getting that many of them. Oh, and an old cookery catalogue. But in my loft, I do have I definitely do have a gun mart. I was just trying to see on there if it had the £5 off thing. Yeah. There you go, that's some of the catalogues I got. Like, I figured out for the price of some of those Denix replicas, I could buy a real black powder. Yeah, you could, yeah. What's the matter, Lee? Just sort of saying something to Lee. Oh, buggered my back this week. Finding it virtually impossible to get up. Great starting. Ah, fucking hell, mate. Yeah, sorry to hear that. My back's been playing up all week. But luckily it's gone now. Yeah, I could feel my back trying to go every day. It kept like twinging and fucking, yeah. Sending some words like violence, break the silence. Yes, exactly. Yeah, love a bit of Depeche Mode. Oh, God. The best part, even if you go above the original Barnet Commando under £50, the old cams only had 40% let off These new cams have 80% let off, so easier to cockle and less strain on trick. Ah, there. When I get the opportunity, Rich, I'll definitely bring it either to yours or if we meet up and you can get it back, we do that. I'd love that, Rich. I don't mind sending it to you if it, it is an option, isn't it? I could send it you, but and I can send you all the bits I got. If you want to do that, shall I write that down, Rich? So I'll just send it to you. I don't mind sending it. I'll write it down as an option. The only fear is it going missing, but I don't think it would. I could always track it, you know what I mean? I've written that down very fucking badly. Barely fucking read it. But I know what I'm supposed to say. All right, Rich. Well, we'll have a little think about it. Airfire Tactical. How you doing, mate? I believe you have a question for me. All right, maybe. Yeah, because the problem is, Rich, I only really travel properly with metallic, and I know you can't get about either, really, can you? So I probably won't be coming up like north of the country this year, I doubt, because we're going down. But there's no rush. Tristan said, yeah, I still keep quite a few of mine that I still like. I have some Stinger Action Armies. Yeah, I've got so my Denixes are Colt 1911, Single Action Army, Colt Python, one of the other Western ones. There's a Winchester there, and another Single Action Army, which I don't actually own now. Persia has that. So yeah, anyway, hello, Airfire Tactical. How you doing, mate? Tristan said, and my 2 prop double barrels and my Python. Nice. Yeah, you go and ask your question, mate. You're all right. Tristan said, yeah, no. And I knew about the AK ones as well. Never had one, though. I don't think I've ever seen one with a Denix replica AK. Maybe they're very expensive. Right, Airfire Tactical said, I am a left-handed shooter. My steamboat stock keeps unscrewing when I cock it. No matter how tight I get the lock ring, what would you do? So does it screw on then? Apart from gluing it in, I don't know. Would you ever need to take it off? Tell you what you could do. If you want to be able to take it off, and the whole thing unscrews, it might be worth putting some kind of either, because if you want to be able to take it off, it might be worth trying to find a piece of rubber that will fit in there that you could tighten it up against it and that'll hold it. A bit like how an O-ring works. It makes it still be able to take it off. An O-ring or even just a disc of rubber inside, so that when you screw it in, it starts hitting the rubber and pushing against it, and it will hold it tighter then, so it doesn't come loose potentially. No, in Canada it's illegal to have a pistol version. Okay, it might be worth sending me a picture just so I can. It'd be a standard steamboat, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think some kind of rubber in there. Because, or plumber's tape. That's a good idea. Because, you want something, if you want to still take it off, you can. Because I would say just super glue it in. But then it's stuck forever then. Yeah, plumber's tape could work. Plumber's tape, an O-ring maybe, or some kind of rubber inside that will just it'll put pressure on the threads and keep it tighter. Yeah. But plumber's tape's a good idea as well. You can get is it threadlock? You can get threadlock that isn't permanent, if that makes sense. So if you look into the degrees of locking, there you go. Perry just said the threadlock, it can be removed with a heat gun when you need to. I think there are degrees of threadlock, like ones that are more sticky than others, if that makes sense. So you can get some that are semi-permanent. Some Clyde, I'm glad you're on because I got something to fucking show you, mate. Hello, Clyde. Yes, thank you, Perry. Good idea, mate. Clyde said gun control will be useless in 20 years. You can now own a 3D printed. Yes, exactly, mate. PTFE tape. Perry said, yeah, they are blue, green, and red. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. So if you get for different degrees, like the not permanent Loctite, I'm trying to think of the terminologies here. Anyway, Khalid, are you ready for something? This will be on its way to you in a few days. I'll probably get it sent Monday. I'll just put in the final little touches to it. So Khalid wanted a stick. He wanted it reasonably long, strong, and antique looking. So this is what I've done for you. So I'll show you how tall it is. I'm about 6'5", same height as you. I'm not. I'm about 5'6", so this will probably come up to about there on you. So the ferrule has been blued and it's glued on and it's even screwed on. It has the bottom is like I can't remember what you call it, but it's very strong, but also won't make a horrible tapping noise. So it's slightly soft, if that makes sense. Yes, there's your stick, mate. I'm well happy with that. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, looks nice, doesn't it? Good bit of. It's a nice colour as well, isn't it? Right, I shall have that on the way to you Monday. I've got your address, haven't I, Cleve? So yeah, I'll measure it for you. Actually, if you want to know the actual height, this is as long as I could get it. Yeah, Cleve bought this. I might do more of these to sell. So it is 3'9", so it's decent length. It's got about 8 coats of varnish on it. Yeah, what I was doing today was bluing the ferrule. So that's been blued. It gives it a nice bit of age, and because it's blued, it shouldn't rust. It's also varnished, so it shouldn't rust either. Yeah. Came out better than I thought. It's going to be a family heirloom. I love it, Craig. Yeah. So that'll be on the way to you. I'll have it on the way Monday, mate. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I will put that in. I'll get the postman to pick it up Monday. Yeah, glad you're on. Cleet said, how's your hand? It's been -1. They were quite painful today. To the degree that when Perry came on and made a joke, I didn't take it as a joke and he nearly got fucking banned. But I thought, no, don't. I thought, yeah, it's all good. He's still here. But no, I'm all right. The painkillers have kicked in and they're not so bad now. But yeah, they were quite painful earlier. Right. Richard said, we'll have to arrange something regarding the Barnet too. I'm sure the limbs are the same as the Armex ones I own. So if I have another one, another set of I own, so if you can have another set of new limbs. Oh, lovely, Rich. I do appreciate that. Yeah, we'll sort something out, Rich. We'll sort something out. Last resort super glue or Gorilla Glue, exactly. Fire Tactical. Barry said, who sells good knife rolls or hanks? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Double Saber, Adrian Riggs, right, mate? Yeah, so I spent a day in the shed today. I did some broadhead bolts, some bodkins, and I finished off the bayonet for my Sobek. That won't be the way I'm going to sell. I can't pick that up and show you because otherwise it'll, yeah. But yeah, I've done my bayonet for that. Tristan said, like I said, in my opinion, they're way too overpriced, especially when I even built replica firearms for him too. Well, that's the thing, yeah. A lot of the Danik stuff isn't worth buying. I think these was all right in this country. Some of these pistols, they was like 60, 70 quid or something when I bought them. But yeah, if you're getting like a black powder pistol or a black powder rifle, you might as well get the real thing if it's the same price. Exactly. They said, buy some leather and make your own Perry. Yeah, or I could probably make a knife roll. If you have I have got leather. It depends what you want, Perry. I do leather work. Or is that not what that is? Yeah. Send me. I've got leather. I have got leather. I bought loads of leather recently. Yeah. Send me what you want, Perry, and if I can make it cheaper and sort of better than what you could get elsewhere, we can sort that out. All right. Yeah, I had a quick look at the knife rolls. I couldn't think what it was at first, but yeah. If I can sort it out for you better than you'd get, I'm well up for that. And we'll get something out of it. You know what I mean? Tristan said, but yeah, I got all the time today. Here in a little bit, I'm about to play some Fallout, but I'm still watching the live stream. Yeah, my nephew's been playing Fallout. Yeah, I've got a big thing of leather. I do need to make a sheath for a knife. I might do a video on it. So I got given this by 4x4 fella last year sometime. May have even been the year before. He got them from an auction, and there was this, and I think there's 3 of them. And he gave me 2 of them, and they don't have sheaths. It's a lovely knife, really good quality, and what's the fucking word? Can't get a word. It's clean, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of rust on the handle there, just there, but that'll take 2 seconds to rub that off. But yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. A bit of, as Metallic would say, shiny, shiny. But yeah, I might make a sheath for that because there's no point having knives that don't have sheaths, is there? And then there's a slightly bigger one. That was my plan for today. Also, what I have done is I thought that's quite a nice design. Why not make some weed slasher versions of it? And then while I was there, I thought, oh, that's another knife I like the look of. Why not make them as well? All these plans. And then my hands get a fucking shit. Because today is probably since my hands went to fucking shit, I've had 2 days in the shed. That's it, really. Maybe 3. Clay said it's crazy. Black powder revolvers are 150 quid in America, not legally firearms. Yeah, I know, mad, isn't it? Mad. Perry said, can you do hollow grinds and belt satin finishes? Probably not. Not with the kind of stuff I've got. It's okay doing weed slasher blades, but anything sort of thicker, it's very hard work then, because what I use is a 1-inch fucking wide belt sander, and it's hard work. Probably not. I don't know. Probably not. Just being honest there. I've tried to think in my head. No, probably not. No. Let me put a mean 15-degree 3,000 grit edge on it, or that, yeah. Yeah, that'd be beauty, wouldn't it? I may not have that soon, though. I have a plan for it. Lee said, got a gaming laptop just before Christmas still. I've not learned how to game on it. I am computer lexic. Fucking hell. I have computer lexia. Yeah, well, when I got this computer, it was supposed to be able to be upgraded to 16 gigabyte RAM, which would be able to play at that time most games. And the fucking rip-off bastards had scratched one of the numbers from, what would it have been? A 3 to make it look like a 7, because it was like a 3,700. That was the one you could upgrade to 16 gigabyte. The 3,300, you couldn't. And I looked at it, but this was like a year later when I decided I might get around. I'm looking at the numbers, and I thought, hang on. They've changed the shape of that number to make it, and I'd never noticed. But then it was too late, and I sort of didn't care anyway, because I don't do PC gaming anyway. But yeah, I bought this computer originally so that I could upgrade it to 16 gigabyte RAM, because it's handy for editing as well, the more RAM you got. Where are we? Clear to I've been playing Far Cry 2. Latest game I've been playing, Skyrim. They said I made my blades on a 1x30. That's what all of my blades are made on a 1x30. Yeah. They said weed slashers can be used for motors on boats. Nice. Yeah, 32 gig. That'd handle anything nowadays, wouldn't it? Handle anything. Where's my fucking torch? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, Optiplex. It was a 3919 and the 7919, and they fucking scratched the letter to make it look like fucking turn a 3 into a 7. Fucking tossers. Well, obviously, when I got it, I didn't notice that because I wasn't really even looking. Kristen said, yeah, if me and you live closer to each other, we could make all kinds of prototype areas for you to test that. That would be cool. I bet we'd be fucking doing a lot of little fucking prototypes, Tristan, me and you, if we lived near each other. Yeah. I could have come around and showed you how I make knuckle dusters. I'm never going back to consoles. They're a scam. See you later, Shed Ninja. Nice having you on, mate. I'll see you tomorrow night. I won't be drinking for probably the rest of this month. I'm not doing dry January. I've just had a fucking enough of drinking, to be honest. I've drunk so much lately. It was actually turning me slightly mental. And making me feel ill. So I'm going to leave it for a bit. So yes, I shall be sober for the rest of this month, hopefully. Till maybe the end. But yeah. Good night, mate. See you later. Richard said, did PM the dimension of the limbs to compare to the Commando 2? Okay, I'll have a look tomorrow, Rich, maybe. I'll have a look tomorrow. So everyone's plans for tomorrow. What do I want to do? I wanted to go in the shed. To make this my sheath. Yeah, I need to make the sheath for this. I do. Cleated joined some. I do own scopes, but not really anything fancy. I could show you if you want. They're just there. So I've got scopes on my. I've got decent scopes on my air rifles. Guys, is that a shirt will be on tomorrow? No shirt on tomorrow. So this scope is normally on that crossbow, but I don't know why it's not on it. This is just a basic 4x32, no other adjustment. I wonder if you'd be able to see through that. But yeah, there's nothing fancy on that one. A couple of mil dots. Yeah, most of my good sights are actually on the guns. This one again, just a very simple for your air rifles and that 4x32 is like ideal for like a basic sight. That one is just a cross. I think that's the only two I don't have on things. Yeah, I think that's it. I got things like that. That's a red dot sight. Oh no, is it red dot sight? Yeah, but that's a piece of shit. Just not got the batteries run out. Yeah, most of my sights. I've got an illuminated reticle scope on my air rifle that has a battery and it lights up the crosshair red, and that is 3 to 9x50, so it adjusts as well, you know. Not to show off, but this showing these right now is like having a pound, like £50 notes. If you fuck fanning out all your fucking £50 notes, Sobet box is the place to be. Yeah, that's where they all went. I bought them all. Tristan said, yeah, I'm with you there. I need to get a bunch of materials to make some leather scabbards and sheets for my stuff. If you look into it, Tristan, it's cheaper to get a big bit rather than a small bit. You can get a bit about as big as a door that will last you ages. I don't know how much in America, but in the UK, you can get a bit probably bigger than a door, about as big as a duvet cover, actually. I think it's about 160 quid all in with the postage. That's worth it, because if you buy small bits on, same with Coke, yes, the more you get, cheaper it is. He's on about Coca-Cola, by the way. The small bits actually cost a fucking fortune. Lee said, need to build my new shed when the weather gets a bit better and back ain't so knackered. Yeah, that sounds good, Lee. Can't beat having a good shed. Perry said, you can get a 128 LPVO Sig Sauer clone for sub 200 quid now, rated for a 223. Nice. Lee said, I have a tritium sight. This shit. Perry said, have you got any soft fin leathers? Not soft to the touch. Shiny, just soft as in... I have. Yes, I have got some. Yeah, I have. Yes, I have got some thinner. So I've got big, thick leather that you probably couldn't use as a roll. I have got some thinner stuff. Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, let me know, and we'll have a little think. And if I can sort you something out to your specs, and you know, yeah. And I've got the materials and everything. Yeah, I'm well up for that, mate. Cleed said, I had a nice polymer sniper air rifle in my teams. It was fun for targets. Perry said, tritium is good for super low light. Buckskin might be the cheapest. Yeah. Because obviously when you get veg tan leather that's like 3.5 mil thick, that's solid as fuck, and it makes really good sheaths. But like for a knife roll, that would be too thick. And yeah, but no, I have got some thinner stuff. Not thinner, but softer stuff. Because yeah, I got some recently. Tristan said, I even bought them for as cheap as 25 quid on a really good day, or even $50, sorry, all depending on where you go to look. What's that, leather or something else? I said, yeah, definitely like a custom piece. As long as it's not something that'll be too much work for you, stitching pockets. Yeah, if you send me it, I'll have a look and I'll see what I can do. You know what I mean? And we'll see whether, because that's what if you send me it, I'll tell you. I'll look into how much work it is, and we'll work out if it's worth it. You know, because sometimes it's just not economically worth it. But also I am quite I still do decent price. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these who fucking. I should, but I don't. I always try to be decent with prices, even though I'll probably do myself out of money, really. But that's just how it is until you, until everyone's knocking on your door wanting it all the time. Clean said, question, do loud noises still affect your condition? Oh, as in like ear stuff, do you mean? I don't know. Is that what you mean? I don't know. Not really. I don't know. See, when you got a hearing aid, if that's what you mean, this hearing aid will cancel. If it's too loud, it cancels it out anyway. I don't know. I haven't heard anything really loud for a long time. I've been quite deaf recently in both ears. It got to the stage where I could work in the shed with power tools without even putting ear protection on. That's not a good thing, though. Tristan said there's even black powder breech loaders you can purchase, which I'd love to get my hands on. Yeah, that'd be good. But I don't know. I've heard so we have the kids around sometimes. The kids have screamed so loud once, my ear actually stopped hearing for a bit. Only for a couple of seconds. But I don't know, it ain't too bad at the minute. I've always got tinnitus. Perry said, Mike, sounds good to me. As long as we're open and honest, I'll drop a deposit for the materials first. I won't let you do it if it leaves you out of pocket. Defeats the point for me. Now you're all good. I've got all the materials and I've got all the bits I need. That's why I'm sort of willing to just say I'll look into it, and if I can do it, I'll do it. I think I've got everything I would need. Yeah. Tactical. Sorry, I was daydreaming for a second then. I was reading Clede's message about my character in his book. Thank you, Clede. I love it, mate. Yeah, no, I've got all the because I want to make a thing of doing leather. This is the thing. My fucking hands going to shit really fucking pissed me off because I was really getting into the leather work, and then I suddenly just couldn't do it. Well pissed me off. It was quite depressing, to be honest. And then for 3 months solid, my hands were fucking killing me all the time. And then they suddenly, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was, maybe a month ago, it started to ease off. But they still hurt every day, and every time I work, they hurt. But I bought all of the stuff. I've got leather, rivets, thread, all the tools to do leather work. So yeah, it's there. It's and I have a thing about taking deposits as well. It's not that I don't want to, but I get a weird thing that if I ever take deposits, it feels like the pressure's on then, and then I've got you know what I mean? Because in a way, if I don't have any deposits and no one's paid, they can't really. It's very different if you take someone's money and then you don't get the stuff done in time. They can rightly moan and whatever. Because if you take someone's money, you got to do it, and you got to do it when you say you're going to do it. Otherwise, you're taking a piss. So I don't take the money because often I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where are we? Hello, Tactical. If I didn't say hello anyway, you're right, mate. Drilling, yeah, but with all the stuff I make, how long you think it would take for the UK police to come knocking on my door? Well, that's the thing. You got to keep it legal. If keep it legal in your country. I'd always recommend. I just said country then, like metallic. Hello, Richard. He said, "Are you still doing accessories for the Redback?" Yes. It's just I'm a bit behind on stuff at the minute. Don't mention quivers or bayonets where Carlos is about. But I am. It takes a long time to get some of it done at the minute. Yeah. What would you want, Rich? He said, "Same here, Mike, and gone week. Then okay. Yeah. They was when I first came in, they was killing me. The painkillers have kicked in now, and they're not so bad now, and the gloves do help. But after a while, you don't need gloves on constantly." Penny, how you doing? You right? Khalid said, "Reasons why I pay in full." Yeah, that's it. Perry said, "I know. I get paid prior to work too. There's definitely pressure. I don't have time. I don't have a time scale. So relax." Yeah, but yeah, no, you're all good, mate. But no, I like to. It's a more difficult way to do it, getting all the stuff first. But I like that way because then if someone says, "Oh, can I have this done?" I've already got it. They don't have to pay nothing because I know that's how people prefer. But often, when you're doing this stuff yourself, often they do have to pay first for you to get the stuff to do it. Blah blah blah. That's what I said. Indeed, I paid over 4 years ago. Shut up. And I'm still waiting for my bespoke lady of leisure hand. You see. If you want a leather made pocket pussy tactical, I can make you one of those. I'm sure I could make you a leather pocket pussy. What colours would you like it? Do you want like a full colour range? I've got all the dyes. That's twice now in a week the phrase beef curtains has come into my head. And I've wanted to say it out loud, so I did. Christ. Sorry, my queen, if you just heard that in the background. You just got home from work, have you, Penny? Did you have a good day or a shit day? And how long have you been back to work? Is this not your first day back, is it? I hope you had a nice day, Penny, and it wasn't all shit. That's all leather. That one's kinky. Farrah said, "Don't say beef curtains, that's vile. It reminds me of a date I had one back in the day." That phrase has come into my head twice recently, and I held back both times. I didn't that time. I didn't say it in the context I wanted to, though. Okay, now. It's a great phrase for a bit of shock value. Penny said, "No, I went back Monday. It was okay. It's tax season, so." Hello, Drop. How you doing, mate? You all right? Badly bad kebab. Okay, now. Look, there are women watching, although both of them probably don't care. But I'm just saying. Red said, cool looking for a cocking aid and quiver that attaches. Okay, Rich. Tell you what, I'll put you on my list. What country are you in, just so I know about postage? Because, to be honest, if I get a few orders of the same things, I could knock some up at the same time. Drop said, "Finally made it through the 160 foot of rails. Like the end of a marathon. Nice. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations." I still don't have a congratulations, so maybe this will have to do. I'll just have to stop it quickly.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations, it's your birthday.
Fucking hell. Penny said to Perry, "Did you see the remake of that show?" What show was that? I have now joined the protein powder gang. Have you? I've never touched it. Oh, Perry Mason, you mean? Bottom's great. I got a few bottom ones.
Bit of a fuck up, really, isn't it?
That's what Perry was thinking after his ill-placed joke earlier. Nearly got him banned because I was in a bad mood. Okay, Richard, done. The only reason I asked Rich because I'm sure I used to know another Richard Hunter who was American, and it's always confused me every time you come on, right? And I see your name, I always think, is that the American Richard Hunter? So yeah, that's strange, isn't it? All right, mate. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. That means the postage will be less as well. Because the thing is, I got put off Dick Hunter. Now that's great. I got put off sending certain things to America because it was either costing a fortune, or if it weren't costing a fortune, it takes 3 fucking months to get there, and then it would go missing. So I am very restrictive to selling stuff abroad now. And also customs keep opening shit. So yeah, you're much more likely to get your stuff in the UK nowadays. It's a shame because, you know, fancy I know all about that fortune. Yeah, nightmare, innit? So the original Perry Mason I've seen. Who's in the remake? Yeah, don't forget you can support the channel. Who's in the remake? He said US tariffs, Australia is easier. President Mike, market as kitchen utilities, camping tools. And that's what I did I sent a knife to Ireland just under a month ago. Kitchen knife, which is legal. You can send kitchen knives. Fucking things disappeared. Yeah. And that was that D-Guard Bowie knife. Has disappeared on the way to the owner. Unless, Mark, you've got it. Yeah. It's gutting if you ain't got it. I ain't got it anymore anyway, but yeah. It's more, Perry, it's more just the issue of how much it costs nowadays, really, now. Drop said, cut it in half and send it to me. I can help you with that, yes. Richard, nice one, I appreciate that. President, I sent blades to the UK, US, Canada, fucking no, big time. Fair enough. Yeah, it's more the price that fucks me over now. And I think what it was just there was so many issues every time I sent the stuff. It would either disappear on the way over there, or it would cost a fucking fortune. Because small things ain't so bad. But as soon as because I like making big knives, as soon as you're sending something like that big, fucking nightmare. And then, like you say, you've got to do all the declarations. But I sent a load of stuff to Penny in the Drop recently, which I don't know how to phrase this in a way it doesn't sound dodgy. Could have been frowned upon by the customs, not illegal though, but I don't reckon they would have liked it. With a description that wasn't what was in it, that got through fine. But I described it in a way that if you x-rayed it, it would look like this. That's the thing. Drop said, could have taken post out that sentence. Oh, God. Lisa, tariffs are killing the market. Airfire Tactical, the plumber's tape for the win. There you go. Congratulations, mate. I still ain't got a congratulations, but this one goes out to Airfire Tactical.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
And this one, this is the method of which you could have done it, or where you could have done it, or how you could have done it. I don't know.
I could knock him out in the shed.
I'm glad that works. Perry said, yeah, mate, massive price hike to ship to the US, but that's the buyers. Well, yeah, good point. Penny said, I just buy your stuff on Amazon UK now and I pay the customs fee. I do appreciate that, Penny. Yeah, no, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it now. Yeah, you don't you just buy it on UK Amazon and yeah, works, don't it? Penny said, well, Mike, get this review sorted soon because you can generate me some customers, hopefully get some views and stuff for you too. Yeah, I can always get a bit of ad money out of it. You know what I mean? Send me an email. Drop said, hey man, just because we enjoyed weighted ass spankers doesn't make them illegal. Did you see the description of what I said it was on the box though? Penny in the dropped. Did you see what I said it was? Because you may not have looked, but if you didn't see what I described them as, I'll tell you what I wrote it on the customs declaration, knowing that if they looked through X-ray on it, it would actually look like that. Most of them would, anyway. Dog toys, yes, because half of them are shaped like a fucking bone. You know, and I thought leather bit of a bit of plastic, you know, it could be for a dog chair. You know what I mean? Yeah. Penny said you had me at weighted spankers. Penny, unfortunately, because it's not Christmas anymore, I had to get rid of my lovely Miley Cyrus bondage background off of my computer. So, yeah. I've got a one just as good, but still, you know. Yeah, Brian Blessed is great. Penny said, I hope you like it, pal. Grew up on the original, really enjoyed the remake. Penny said, not Penny. Perry said to Penny, I don't know if my mum did. She gave me the dud name. I love it, I'm sure. I'm 40 this year, so like golden oldies. Yeah, I used to watch Perry Mason. Penny said, I'm 43 and still love Nick at Night. I don't know what that is. I should be making a sheath for this soon. Quickly have a look, Metallic. You're going to miss all the shiny otherwise. She is what? She's listening because she's sewing at the minute. Yeah, a bit of knife porn for you, Penny. I'm just telling our queen because she's listening, but she can't type because she's doesn't make a nice noise, that one. She's sewing. Where are we? Tristan said, yeah, I can relate whenever I get custom orders. I do feel like a sense of getting it done and getting it done quick, but getting it done right, even though my body's always telling me to take my time. Yeah, because you don't want to leave it too long, do you? But you also need to get it done. Because my problem is often I don't know what's going to be happening day to day. So sometimes I'll plan to go out and make something and I can't because something else has to be done. You know, I have to look after someone, or I've got to do this, I've got to do that, you know, or my fucking hands are killing, or something. So due to that, I never take money off of anyone before I make the product because I never know. At any point, it might take fucking like a lot longer than I wanted it to, and out of my hands. And I hate that. When I say I want to make something, I want to make it for you, but also fucking life ends up happening. And the other thing is, I know that everyone who's ever asked for them don't care. They're fine about it, but I don't feel good about it. You know what I mean? So that's going to be scary to sharpen in case you fracture line it. Well, we'll see what happens. Penny said, I have all the tales from the crypt. And do you like Bordello of Blood? Metallic, Penny said, you're a sexy goddess. Bordello of Blood with Corey Feldman. Drop said, I fumbled my way into finding both of my lost blades last night, so my glaive is on the docket and says Penny's twin. Nice. How did you accidentally find them then? Schrodinger's Gaffney, nice name. He said, have you tried red light therapy on your hands? I haven't. How does that work then, mate? How does that work? I appreciate any offers like that, you know, information to help. I do appreciate that. Perry said, look at the milling on that knife, Mike. I didn't do it, obviously. I just stuck the tritium on it. All right. I keep forgetting you sent me that. Then he said, people have waited years for custom knives for something. Well, exactly, mate, exactly. But yeah, I know that they don't mind waiting, but I hate making people wait. But you know, there's people who've been waiting fucking years for some of the shit I said I'd do, but they haven't paid, so fine. That's because you have good work ethics. Obviously, thank you, mate. Where are we? Yeah, what's minoxidil? What is that? I've heard of that. Thank you, Schrodinger's Gaffney. I love that name. That's great. Is that when you put Dean Gaffney in a box and then when you look, he's not moving? But when you, what is it? It's the dead cat, isn't it? So is it Dean Gaffney dead in a box? But when you look through the box, he's alive. When you shut the box, he's dead. I don't know. Great name. Hang on. So this is from Perry Mason. But Schrodinger's Gaffney, I do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, please do send me a bit of information on that. Yeah, my hands are fucking fat, mate. Penny said 2468. You can watch me masturbate. The doctor said looking for a box of shirts. I'm looking through a box of shirts. No, 4. And the other was watching the well pump turn on and off. Just hard to find both in the hour after looking for them for months. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. And he said perfection is worth waiting for. Exactly. My hands, Penny, right now they're okay. And in general, I'm getting pain every day, but not bad pain. But I had been in the shed today working, and when I came on, there was quite a lot. I was in quite a lot of pain, but I have taken some painkillers, and now since I've rested them, they're okay. But yeah, they are better. They still do hurt every day, and sometimes my fingers will stick and shit, and you suddenly. But it's not like that constant pain I had for like 3 months solid, where I couldn't hardly do anything. Minoxidil. I had no idea that shit. He said it recoats hair but takes months to kick in properly. It does work. I gave up and shaved after a couple of years. Didn't want to keep doing it. When you stop, it falls out again. How did it? Oh, there you go. So you're on it forever. Look, when my hair's short, you can't see my little patch. That's all right. That's the only bit. The rest of my hair's fine. Look at that luscious, thick hair, and then that. But that only shows because my hair is this length. This is really long. I fucking hate it. This is disgusting. Drop said if the box isn't open, there's no way to tell if it's alive. And there is the logic that it could either be whether you see it or not. Yes. Now I know all about Schrodinger's cat, but I was trying to work out what Schrodinger's Gaffney was. See, Dean Gaffney is an EastEnders character. Phil Collins, look. Yeah, but see, if that all went, I'd look all right still. You seen fucking Tony Soprano, and I could rock that look. I could rock Tony Soprano's look any day of the week, mate. Any day of the week. He looks good with his hair like that. And that's all he's missing, that little bit there. And it only shows because of how long it is. If it was longer, it wouldn't show. And if it was shorter, it wouldn't show. Oh, God. Phil Collins, look. Exactly. If Tony Soprano can fucking get away with it, so can I. Cut your hair, Pete. Exactly. No, it's horrible. This is too long. You can't see it. Yeah, no, you can. Because it's starting to stick up there and there now. Drop said if he gets a hold of you, you better start bucking. Like what Perry Mason tried to buck me. Drop said, please don't start stapling your pubes to your forehead. I don't have any anxiety over my hair. All right, it's fine. Now I do need to shave it though. I'll show you my list. Where's my list? Just checking there's no other information on there. There's my list. Cut hair. Oh, Penny, my hands right now are okay, but they were quite painful earlier. Yeah. Did you miss me saying earlier? Yeah, they were quite painful today, but in general, they're not too bad. In general, they hurt every day, but not badly. Drop said, you want to see hippie hair? I'll fluff mine when it's dry. Fuck's sake. Yeah. You don't shave your head, do you? So I hate this. This is too long for me. I had a really long beard recently as well. I just cut. Where does that leave your eyebrows? Tell you what, dropped. Here's a little bit of advice. Here's a little bit of grooming and what would the word be? I can't think. Let's just got grooming advice for you. Now, you wouldn't normally, this isn't my expertise, but if you want to look 10 years fucking younger, right? Be careful when you do this. But if you want to look 10 years younger, trim your fucking eyebrows. I promise you. If you've got eyebrows that are a little bit mental, it doesn't have to make you look old. Drew, I just realised what I was saying. Fucking hell. I wondered why Perry was pissing himself laughing. Not that kind of advice. Fucking hell. I didn't realise until what Tactical just said, but what I was even saying. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Men, I can't think of the fuck. This is what I mean. I can't think of a word to use. But, yeah. Trim your fucking eyebrows. It doesn't have to make a difference to how old you look. Yes. Hello, Peaches. How you doing, Peach? Be careful offering grooming advice. Hadn't even crossed my fucking mind what I was saying. Honestly, yeah, no, I had eyebrows fucking all over the place. Yeah, if you trim your eyebrows, don't have to make beauty tips. Thank you, Perry. You know what? You'll be surprised to hear that very often. I'm just saying. Yeah, beauty tips. Shave your fucking eyebrows. Don't shave your eyebrows. Trim your eyebrows. Maybe. I don't know what the confusion. I'll show you a still of what my eyebrows look like. Hang on. Please let me find a picture of this. Right, hang on. Please let me find a picture of this. It's fucking great. It's a shame I can't find it. But if you watch a TV show called The Armando Iannucci Shows, there's a bit where he's sat in a barber's. And while he's sat in that barber's, that is the point when he suddenly realizes he's a lot older than he realized. And that's because he's getting his eyebrows cut. When he looks over at these old blokes who are also there to get their eyebrows cut, their eyebrows are fucking little hair antlers, right? And they're actually sticking out like antlers. And then these old blokes start going down the woods. And they're like fighting each other like fucking deers with their eyebrow antlers. And that's the point at which he knew he was getting old. And my eyebrows look like that sometimes. Yeah, look up the Armando Iannucci Shows. It's a fucking great program. Lee said my eyebrows are fading into the abyss. Let's say. Drop said, someone get a picture of Mike with a Latin girl's eyebrows that have been drawn on. I'm sure that would not be difficult. I'm also missing half of one of my eyebrows as well. Sounds a bit thinner. Penny said, My tats are cool, tactical. Just don't do the eye thing. I look like a mentat with an eyebrow. For fuck's sake. I only know what fucking mentats are from fucking Fallout. Fuck off. Tell you to look at the camera, WC. Not unless you ask very fucking nicely. Very so just followed you on Instagram. Drop me one back, Mike. I will. That's probably an easier way to get hold of me on there as well. Because I do check and go on Instagram pretty much every day. Same as Facebook, but Facebook don't have a get ready tactical sod. Facebook, I barely go on there. Facebook, I barely go on there. YouTube doesn't have an instant messenger, and emails take too fucking long. Instagram messenger, that's the one for me, though. Very good. Happy days. We'll sort out that work and review this weekend, mate. Will do. Gonna have to rewind it, tactical. That was your only chance. You missed his chance. That's it. Just after dropped or fucking, if you ask the dropped or Persio, they'll have multiple pictures of me looking at the fucking camera. If you look through the dropped and fucking Persio's fucking images, you'd think I was their fucking boyfriend. They got so many of them. Penny blows up. Hang on. Penny blows up if you. Hang on. My own, yeah, fuck OnlyFans. Yeah, Penny blows up my fucking hell Instagram. What are you saying? I don't mind though, Penny. I look forward to seeing your messages on Instagram. It's how I know some of the news that's going on in the world. Dot said, I got pictures of you with a green rod in your mouth. Don't test me by fuck's sake. Completely willingly as well. Didn't even force me into it. Fucking hell. And it all sucks. Yeah, it does, Penny. It does. What, the news, you mean? Yeah. Lee said, got to go, brother. Med's kicking in. Long day tomorrow. See you next time, Nightle. Good night, Lee. Nice having you on, mate. Hope your back stops hurting soon. Yeah, as I said, my back's been playing up, but it seems to be okay at the minute. Yeah, the last couple of days, it's sort of worn off. Being a bastard. Penny said, you need to remind Metallic I'm going to come over there and marry one of you so I can stay. She knows. I spoke to her about it the other day. I'm sure after we all spoke about it again, yeah, she knows, and she's listening. You probably have to marry me, Penny. You're probably have to marry me. That's not. You can all marry me. Maybe we'll find a church that'll let us all get married. Maybe we all just have to become. What's the ones where you can marry like loads of different people? We'll have to become Mormons for the day. But yeah, technically, Talik's already married. Twice. She's already committed bigamy a few times. Jock said, well, fuck, I'm not marrying Monty. Fucking hell. Yeah, fuck's sake. Oh, Christ. I scared the shit out of that poor dog today. Not on purpose, but they'd gone, took my mum to the doctor to get her foot looked at because she nearly ripped her big toenail off. So Monty was on the stairs fucking howling, and I come out of my room with a bag of washing. This bag of washing. Fucking shit. Anyway, no, I'll show you, fuck it. So I had this bag of washing, and these straps were tied in a knot, right? And it's funny, because I already looked at the knot, and I thought, that's not going to hold. Right, so that knot. And I was coming down the stairs and I had this bag just above Monty, and then this happened, right? And it fucking scared the shit out of him so bad he actually like fucking what's the word? Yelped. It didn't hurt him, but he just shit himself. It yelped and everything. It was all right though. And it was all right. I sort of instantly sort of stroked him, and then he grabbed one of my socks and ran downstairs with it. So, you know, it was all right. But yeah, it scared the crap out of him. It might have just like touched his back, but it didn't hurt him. I think he didn't know what was happening. It scared him because he was already fucking anxiety ridden. Got a fucking autistic dog with. Followed through. Well, I kept saying later, have you left me a little nugget on the stairs, Monty? Did you shit yourself? Pennyford said, for the day, I don't do that subservient shit. That's yeah, only for the day, Penny, only for the day. just for the no, it only has to be for the fucking living arrangements, or whatever, the green card. Fuck's sake. There's my water. I felt fucked today. It's horrible. Woke up and I couldn't wake up today. So all day I've been sort of knackered until now. I'm all right now. Well, it's hard to weren't knackered because I describe knackered as in mentally tired and physically tired. I just couldn't wake up. It was like I was half asleep. And that just wouldn't go all day until I went in the shed. But yeah, I got some broadheads made, but they're not really worth making to sell. They're too awkward. They take too long, and yeah. They work fine. They'll be really good broadheads, but they're not worth selling. It's too much work. I made some bodkin tip bolts, but they take like 30 seconds, and they don't. They take about 2 minutes each to make, which is fine. And I could sell those. I know I could sell those for like 50p each. That's fine. You know, I make my money out of them, and people aren't getting sort of ripped off. And I finished the bayonet on that crossbow, so it's like ready to actually use now, if I had to. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. And don't forget you can support this channel if you want. You don't have to, but often people want to support me and they don't know they can, don't even know it's an option. Well, so that you don't have to go through YouTube, because YouTube take quite a lot of the percentage, which I don't mind. That's how it works. You know, that's it. I don't mind that. But there's a thing called Coffee where they don't take anything. The PayPal still does, but it's like fucking 4%, which isn't as much as like YouTube take 30%. Anyway, there's a link in the description, and there's multiple links in the chat. I think called Nightbot has just put one on saying to give a one-off donation, click this link. So if you click that link, you can do a one-off donation, leave me a message, and I'll read it out. And sometimes people like to put weird messages on there. It only costs £2, the cheapest. Here's a little 30-second video showing you how to do it, because some people say, I don't know how to do it. Takes debit card and credit card, and it's piss easy to do. But you don't have to, but it is appreciated if you do. All right, see you in 30 seconds. Don't go away. I noticed the fucking comments was covering half that shit up. Pain in the ass. So yeah, what's everyone been up to tonight? Has anyone been up to anything interesting tonight? I haven't really, as I said, I've been in the shed. I was in the shed till Shaddy Carlos, don't mention bayonets. That's what I was saying. Fucking whoever it was earlier. Don't mention bayonets, Richard. Don't mention bayonets. So I've put his down next to yours. You've still got a red star next to your name, though, which I've changed to instead of urgent to non-urgent. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been in the shed. It was a weird day. Got up, felt like absolute crap all day fucking long. Couldn't shake off this tiredness. Did a workout, full body weight workout. Still couldn't get rid of it. Went in the shed. Barry said, work till 7:30 and sat at workbench doing nice work. I was watching you, mate. Nice, that's the way to be. Jock said, just been pissing with rain most of the day. Got another cold front coming through. They're supposed to be, I think the storm's supposed to have hit us today. Oh, that's the other thing I did today. I did set a load of my stuff to charge so that if we got potential power cuts, I've got power banks and all my torches are all fully charged. Because I'd have to supply shit for everyone probably in this house. That's it, I'm knackered, mate. Took me 6 hours to drive down to yours. It's fucking freezing in the bush. Try looking on your window. Did you get to see anything good? That's the real question. Because I was bent over earlier and my arse crack was pretty much fully out. So, you know, did you at least get a couple of snaps? Perry said, did you Southern Fairs get any snow yet? No. Well, we got like a tiny little, nah, not proper snow, not down here. Not where I am, anyway. Penny said, I will see and raise you night sweats and perimenopause-induced insomnia tactical flex sake. Yeah, that's a shame, Penny. I'd say I hope that goes soon, but, you know, it might be ages. That's before the full menopause, isn't it? Yeah, because that's reasonably early, isn't it? That's leading up to the menopause, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so you ain't even fucking got it yet. Yeah, fuck's sake. Perry said, what's going on? It doesn't snow like it used to. No, you're right, it doesn't. It don't. And I'll tell you what, I've noticed, it seems to me like the months are out of whack. It almost like we need to add a couple of random months to make winter suddenly in winter again. You know what I mean? Like winter now is like fucking February, March, April. I've known it to snow in April. It's like we're a couple of months out of whack, isn't it? I'm not telling you what I saw at WC, but check Discord later. Oh, God. That's almost like the world has heated up. almost like that. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like the world, which is a globe, might be heating up somehow. Almost warming. Sorry, stealing your joke there. Hadron Collider about that. Maybe. Penny said last time the calendar got redone was Roman times. Upgrade, yes. Penny said I never know what to believe anymore. I get lied to so much. I mean, the problem is a lot of media is bullshit, but also a lot of nearly everything you fucking see online is bullshit. To be honest, there's so much of it. So much fucking utter horse piss bullshit that people will portray as truth, and there's so much of it. It's fucking so much of it, utter bollocks. Yes, but that's the problem. There's so much of it. Oh, you can't believe hardly any fucking thing you see. Yeah, I've been charging up my power banks and lamps just in case. I doubt we'd get a power cut, but it's one of those things. When you hear, oh, there's power cuts, you think, oh, well, if I had a power cut, none of my fucking power banks are charged because I keep using them. You know. Ground news. That's the one I'll be honest with you, I don't look or read any news now. In all honesty, the only news or news-related things I ever see Oh, when I go on my AOL emails, the beginning always shows you the news. And if Penny sends me something interesting to do with something important going on in the world, I'll sit like that. Oh, that's a good idea, Penny. Should have been making power banks with vape batteries because I'm a cheapo, like sake. I bet you have to know what you're doing, though, don't you? Otherwise, fucking blow up. But Penny said Germany has been out of power for 5 days. That's what I mean. It's just a little eye opener. I went, oh fuck! If that happened right now, I would have had about 4 power banks fully charged, but my good one that will charge like quite a few things wasn't charged at all. My good lamp that lasts a good fucking like 12 hours wasn't charged. There's also a power bank, but I have got a fair few. Pretty sure that is fully charged, and that's that can be used as a lamp, a torch, and a weird sort of, I don't know why it's got a multicolored fucking light thing under there, but it has. So if I want to sit in blue light, I can, or purple light. But yeah, that was fully charged, and my other big one that's a power bank, that's fully charged, or virtually. Yeah. But I realised some of them weren't. No, mate, just a few copper strips, a balance board, and input. Oh, is it quite simple to do then? Yeah. Rave mode, exactly. Drop said it's a maths equation. The ball doesn't get any bigger. Pandemic could have actually saved us when you think about it. I don't know. Oh, you mean? No, I get you. Sorry. No, I do get you now. Yes. Sorry. Yes, because it would have killed some of the people off, and then the population would have gone down. Yes. I wanted to say a joke then, but the fact that I have to preface this joke with a warning makes it probably not worth the bother anymore. But I have to say I'm joking before I say something, in case people think I'm mental. Carla said he's getting off. Well, have a nice time. See you later. Take care, Carlos. You get off, mate. You get off nice and good. Joking. Good night. Have fun in Tenerife, whatever you're doing over there. It's probably about as later over there, and it was like 1 o'clock over there, 1:05. Yeah, good night, Carlos. Take care, mate. You said it, not me. Glad it made you laugh, though. I think he said getting off to Mike's streams. Well, it's a common theme, Pete. I can't help it if I'm that sexy. The tactical looking at my ass crack every opportunity he gets. Fucking dropped, taking pictures of me with a green fucking dildo. I can't help it. So it wouldn't be the first time for any of us. Or getting off. Ridza, did you notice at the New Year Big Ben chimed, then the countdown started? Thought it was the other way around. Mandela effect. You have changed realities. Me and Metallic fucking sat there chatting to each other on phones, and we changed reality when we was on the phone together. That's how fucked it up it is. We actually changed reality while we was, and I said to her, one of us now isn't the original one. And I take this stuff deadly seriously, can't you tell? Now, I love the Mandela effect things. I don't necessarily believe it, but I just find it fun and I find it interesting. And I do, but I don't think we're changing realities. This is what I'm trying to say. But I do like the fact that these Mandela effects are a real thing, that people do have a collective, like, false memory of things. They do, and it's bizarre. Yeah, I thought it would have been 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bing bong thing. I don't know now. Yeah, it's hard to say. Tacticals, we all know who has changed, don't we? Penny said, I am third Thursday. I am a third Thursday Thanksgiving kid. I am in a weird timeline. It's strange, isn't it? Me and Metallic, it's just fucking hell, Tat. I just got that. Yes, one of us has changed. We know who has changed, yes. The drop said the term bucket list didn't exist before the movie Bucket List. Nice. I know Penny will. Sorry. I was listening to the radio earlier and they had a half an hour program basically talking about Stephen King film adaptations because of Edgar Wright's Running Man coming out. And then they spoke to who's the bloke who did Mick? Who's the bloke who did I forgot his name now. There's another bloke anyway. I can't remember his fucking name. Mick, is it Mick Summit or Mike? I don't know. He did Doctor Sleep. Anyway, they was interviewing these different people making adaptations of Stephen King things, and it was actually quite interesting because both of them are massive. They are massive fans of Stephen King as well, and they were saying how neither of them, because they are such fans of Stephen King, neither of them wanted to disappoint him with the film they was making. And Edgar Wright did actually talk to Stephen King about The Running Man, and let me just look up who the other bloke I'm talking. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Fuck. I forgot what the thing's called now. Doctor Sleep. What's his name? Mike Flanagan. Anyway, I was talking to Mike Flanagan because I think Mike Flanagan may be the bloke who's going to do the Dark Tower series. I looked on my phone the other day, yesterday, and Mike Flanagan is supposedly going to do a very true to the story series of the Dark Tower. Five series and 2 films. And it always worries me when anyone's going to do any fucking, especially the Dark Tower, because of how they fucked it up with the film. He said he's going to do it very, very, what's the word? Faithful to the books. They're going to redo all of it and sort of act like the fucking, act like, you know, that film doesn't exist sort of thing and do it properly. Yeah. Well, I know they've been talking about it for a while, Penny, but I think this is like more official now rather than because I'd heard years ago he was going to do it because they did even start one. They did a pilot for a Stephen King, a Dark Tower series, and it was sort of scrapped. I think this is a new thing now, like a different, you know. Yeah, they did a pilot for it because, you know, I can't remember anyone's names. Oh God, what's his name? The English people will know. Robson and Jerome, right? Who's the bloke, Robson and Jerome, who was in Game of Thrones? Whichever one of Robson and Jerome was in Game of Thrones, he was going to be in this Dark Tower series as one of the big coffin hunters, I think. But yeah. But anyway, the point was, listening to Mike Flanagan, he is a proper massive Stephen King fan who talks to Stephen King quite regularly. And I think that'll make a difference to what's actually gonna be made. Because if you don't give a fuck about the source material, you ain't gonna give a fuck about really what you're kicking out. It's all about money and who's going to watch it. Whereas if you actually care about it, Mike Flanagan's one of the most prolific Stephen King adapters now. Anyway, where was we? Penny said Storm of the Century worth down. No, Perry said Storm of the Century worth download. I've got Storm of the Century up there. I would, yeah. Storm of the Century's good. It's worth downloading. That's not based on a book either. That's like a TV original. That's one of the rare ones that isn't actually based on a book. It's like written for. I don't think it is a book anyway. The doctor says, stream update. King forces himself to prove reality without memories of reality. Well, there you go. Yes. English person from Game of Thrones. No. The English bloke from Game of Thrones who is part of Robson and Jerome. I'm literally telling you their fucking name. It's either Robson or Jerome. But I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, not Sean Bean. Yeah, Yeah, that's not based on a book. That is, yeah. Yeah, I quite like Storm of the Century. It's worth watching. Quite interesting. Perry says, Snap downloaded. You've given me loads of bangers tonight. Thank you so much, Penny. I love a good nostalgia movie weekend. Are you going to have fun watching fucking Perry Mason remakes? Oh, God. Drops, and I'm picturing Mike doing that thing when they show old librarians on a ladder whilst it slides around the room whenever he goes. Do you know what? I would fucking love that. A wall of DVDs and a ladder that I could just go like that, slide along, run up it. The worst one is if I have to get a DVD from over here and I have to stand on this bastard, and then it's like standing on a ladder that could spin that way and go any way in any direction at any fucking second. What was I going to say? Penny said, I am feeling a female rage. That just made me think Mike Flanagan is going to do a mini-series of Carrie. That's one of the other things he's doing. You know, I like 80s and 90s horrors. I think they're some of the reason I like 80s and 90s horrors is they have better characters. I don't want to sound like some dickhead that I know online, but it is partly true. Mine is for a different reason, though. He don't like it because main characters are now women or might not be white or might not be straight. That's not the reason I prefer 80s and 90s things. The characters in the 80s and 90s were more likable, and what they did was you would have a baddie killing people that you liked, so that you wanted them to not get hurt. You wanted them to live. Whereas films nowadays, every single person in it is a fucking tosser, and you hate them all. And I can't get on with that. If I can't watch a film wanting people to die. I want them to live, and I can't get enough. I struggle to get stuff out of them. Penny, have you ever seen the Carrie with Angela Bettis in it? I don't know if I've got that one on DVD. There is a Carrie. No, I don't know. I've got it. Look up the Angela Bettis one. I think the Angela Bettis Carrie is probably one of the more accurate to the book ones. That's not right. That's not fucking bastard. The fuck just spell Angela? Is that how I spell Angela? Yes. Is it called The Rage, that one? It's this one. No, so this one. Right, hang on, Penny. The Rage is a slightly different one. I've got The Rage. It's not this one. So you're thinking about that, but it's not that one. It is this one. Right, hang on. It's well worth watching. So it's this 2002 film, and it is Carrie. It is actually Carrie. But I think that's that's Angela Bettis from May. Yes, May's quite good, isn't it? This one shows more of the stuff that's in the book. Anyway, yeah. And I think it has. No, I won't tell you again. There she is in May. Yeah, yeah, she's quite good in that. None of them are nowhere near as good as Brian De Palma's Sissy Spacek Carrie. That's fucking amazing film. But I think if you like Carrie, the other Carrie is worth a go. Yeah, I've got The Rage, Carrie 2. Yeah, so Mike Flanagan's going to do a mini series of Carrie, but he said he's going to change it a bit. Penny said she was literally regrowing an organ. Perry said, have you ever watched Cradle of Fear by Cradle of Fear? I don't think I have. No. Carrie's rag wiggled mega, for fuck's sake. Oh, God. I just got what you was getting at there, Penny. That took me a while. Sorry. Oh, Pete, you still on? He said, I just watched Mad God, crazy stop motion film. Pete, I've seen that. That's great, isn't it? Tempting Fate ladder. Yeah, Mad God. I really like that. It's a hell of a film, isn't it? A hell of a lot going on visually. Not in a bad way. Yeah, I quite liked Mad God. Where did you watch that? I watched that on Shudder. But wasn't that one of them? It was like 20 or 30 years in the making or something. Yeah, Mad God's a pretty good film. What was the last? Oh, so me and Metallic watched a film called I Can't Stand Myself, I think it's called. Hang on, let me just look it up. Right, hang on. Sick of Myself. It's on Film 4 right now. Sick of Myself. It's Norwegian. It's fucking great. It's really bizarre. It's about this couple who I don't know. They don't even fucking like each other, but they're going out with each other, and he's sort of semi-famous in the fashion world, sort of thing, and none of his mates even acknowledge she exists. And he's always making her do like stuff that she doesn't really want to do, but because she's going out with him. And they meet people, and no one's aware that she's his girlfriend. I often think she's his fucking sister because he's never even told him he's got a girlfriend. So it's a weird sort of horrible relationship, and she lies and lies and starts like more elaborate lies and anything to get attention. She like some woman gets bit by a dog on the neck and bursts into where she works, and she gets blood all over herself, and decides to walk home with the blood all over herself, and realizes everyone's like looking at her, and she likes it. So she just gets more and more and more extreme with the things she does to try and get attention, to the degree that she starts to go quite seriously into like self-harm type ways. It's very fucking interesting, and it's classed as social satire mixed with body horror, because she does some fucking horrible things to herself, and it's pretty good. Norwegian. Yeah, sick of myself. It's good. It's good fun. I've really enjoyed it, actually. I really enjoyed it. Pete said, 30 years, I think, to make. Yeah, it's all stop motion, isn't it? Yeah, Mad God was good. I enjoyed that. But yeah, Penny, check out the other carry of Angela Bettis. I think you'd like that. Drop said, don't get content like this unless it's a movie historian channel. They can say, I give everyone all the things they want. Don't I, Drops? Don't I? Yeah, sick of myself, that one's called. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever told you like this. Some of you will know this anyway, if you know me well enough. I have a bit of a thing for scars. I like scars. I find them fascinating, even to the point of maybe slight fetish. I like fucking scars. Are amazing. Facial scars, love scars. Anyway, and some of the shit she does, fucking mental. Oh, Yellow Jackets, Penny. I do want to get into that. Is that a one-off series, or has it got multiples? Are they going to make more? I could probably finally watch. Fucking hell, what's it called? What's that series that just literally just finished? Stranger Things. And I didn't know this till today, that supposedly the name Stranger Things is a play on Needful Things, Stephen King's Needful Things. Did not know that. That is what I heard on the radio today, though. The Drop says, still surprised you don't have a backup channel for DVD collector in this, but I should be, really, shouldn't I? I should do. I had a blog that was like a DVD collector type thing. Yeah, I've got my Knuckle Duster blog. I had a DVD blog at one point, but I wouldn't even know how to sign into that now. What, Yellow Jackets? The Montauk Project. I don't know. I've never heard of that one. Penny, never heard of it. Perry said, sorry, Mike, can't support tonight. I should be in a better place after January. Got so much credit for Christmas. Lost a lot of family younger, so make my family now have the best times. Nah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's all good, mate. I appreciate you mentioning it, though. All right, Penny. I'll tell you what, I'll open that up as a... Okay, that sounds quite interesting. Widespread conspiracy theory alleging secret US government experience in mind control, time travel, teleportation at Camp Hero. Okay, that sounds really fucking interesting. But yeah, sorry to hear that, Perry. I hope everything's all good, mate. Yeah. Sorry, I got fucking distracted then. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that sounds terrible, mate. But yeah, I hope it's all good. Sorry, rereading it. Perry said, no, don't worry about it. It is what it is. So yeah, hearing that, listening to that. So I was in the shed. when this Stephen King thing came on, because I am a bit of a fan of Stephen King, I ended up staying in the fucking shed for 15 minutes after I'd finished, listening to the radio, just stood there. Because it was... I forget how much I am into Stephen King sometimes. And... yeah. And how much it's influenced some of the stuff I do. Yeah, it was good fun. It was the thing I got out of it mostly was the confidence that some of the new people making Stephen King films and series are massively into Stephen King as well, which means they'll be more into it and make it as good as they can. That Mike Flanagan said after he made his first one was Gerald's Game, which was technically a dollar baby. The dollar babies are Stephen King will let students have the rights to his films for $1 if it's like, you know, if you're a student and it's your first film, blah blah blah. He was going to do a dollar baby with Gerald's Game, but then Netflix sort of asked him to do it as well, if that makes sense. I don't know the full story. Netflix ended up having to pay like proper money for it. But he said after that, he is in full contact with Stephen King now, and he'll tell him what he's doing and ask his, you know, because although Stephen King often won't have anything to do with the films per se, because, you know, he doesn't really, you know, if you make a film, this is what they said on there, and I agree. If you make a film of his book and it's not very good, everyone will just say the book's better. If you make a good film, they'll all say, yeah, read the book as well, it's just as good. Or you know what I mean? So he never loses out when it comes to his books, when it comes to films. They also mentioned Maximum Overdrive, which I love Maximum Overdrive, and I've never thought it was as bad as people make out. I fucking love Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive was directed by Stephen King, the one and only thing he ever directed. Penny said, and Stephen King cares about the U generation. I was just typing that. Yeah. Oh, Maximum Overdrive's great. I love Maximum Overdrive. They always go on about how terrible it is. It's fucking great. I don't know what they expect of it. Have you ever seen the film Trucks, though? Because this is the thing. There's another film based on that same story. Because I think Maximum Overdrive is based on a short story. I don't know what it was called. Maybe it's called Trucks. But there is also another film called Trucks, which is the same story, based on the same Stephen King story, just made by someone else. Yeah. So I said, people forget how much listening without watching is worth something. But for real, stop crying to Miley. Do you know what? I fucking had tears in my eyes listening to this Stephen King earlier. This Stephen King, listening to someone say how much they really like Stephen King stuff and how much they would put into it to make sure he liked what they made. I had a little cry then. Because it makes you confident that, especially if that bloke's going to do Dark Tower stuff, that it'll be good. You know what I mean? President, I love it. Painted me too. Yeah, Finn is good. Yeah, the ATM. I used to have that clip of what he's putting the money in, and the money starts shooting back out, and it just says on the screen, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," don't it, or something like that. I used to have that clip on my original channel, my Mike channel. You know what I mean? Penny said he really enjoys the new show Pluribus. I watched most of it. It's really good. I'll look into that. ATM or Coke machine, Perry? Yeah, the Coke, yes. Drop said, your job is to figure out which albums to listen to for which story. Yes. Yes. But yeah, Trucks. I think I've seen Trucks once. But it's based on the same story, Maximum Overdrive. And it is a proper full-length film as well. But yeah, no, it was good. It was nice listening to that. It was nice listening to people who really give a fuck about what they're doing. But they did also explain, like Mike Flanagan explained, about changing parts, because obviously sometimes when you turn a book into a film, You often can't do it exactly the same. And yeah, Penny said at least the ATF won't kill me. Fuck's sake. Yes. Yeah, the Coke machine is shooting him into him. It doesn't hit him and hit the coach. Is it the coach? You know, the baseball coach in the balls in it? I can't remember. I've got Maximum Overdrive. Again, I love Maximum Overdrive. I think it's a fucking great film. And people don't give it. I can't understand why people reckon it's so bad. Oh yeah, balls. Then he goes down and then head in it. Yeah, I remember now. Yes, goes down. Balls goes down on his knees in the head. Yeah. Well, Penny, that's the weird thing though. Is so the thing with the gunslinger and the Dark Tower, right? It's weird. I've seen whole documentaries about Stephen King that never mention the Dark Tower once, or they might mention it in just a passing thing. Bit like that radio thing today. They didn't mention the Dark Tower once. It's weird. They either don't mention it. Well, I suppose the problem is if you mention the Dark Tower, then you've got to keep. There's so much of it. That our Queen said, "Don't start talking about Dark Tower." Yeah. Perry, I am a massive fan of manga as well. I don't have many on DVD, but I've been trying to get into. So manga are the 1980s. Animation. Hang on. You know, like Akira and stuff like that. It's got his hentai and it's called art, yes. Yes. So I know manga. I know the word manga actually means the sort of drawn comic type things. But in the UK, in the 80s and 90s, there was a production company called Manga that was releasing all these animated films, these Asian anime films. So in the UK, they're all just called manga, you know, mangas. I've got up there Akira, fuck it, let's talk about Urotsuka Doji. Now I'm going to get on the chair. Wish me luck. All right. There's multiple versions of Urotsuka Doji, right? And it is, what's the word? You can get pornographic versions of it, basically. Urotsuka Doji may even been one of the origins of sort of tentacle porn, essentially. Right. Urotsuka Doji, Legend of the Overfiend, Legend of the Demon Womb. There is loads, and it's an 18. There's loads of, and you think for a cartoon, you know, 18, but that's got graphic violence, quite graphic sex, and as I say, you can get the sort of wherever this was made. What is manga? Was that Japanese or Chinese? Can't remember. Japanese, isn't it? I don't know. Or in it. I'm gonna have to look it up because it fucking confuses me. Japanese. So you can get yeah, you can get adult versions of it. Well, no, there's not sex, but you know, okay. No, it's brutal, forced, a lot of rape in it, but basically, there's a bit of normal sex in there. But anyway, they are fucking great films. So there's the original, like, highly graphic versions. There's this version, which is still quite graphic. And then they've remade it recently, like maybe about 10 years ago. And again, that was very graphic. I said it's just tentacle grape. It's just awful. It's not awful. Fucking hell. It's not awful. Great. I saw you at Sakadoji as a 12-year-old. I'm broken. Ah, Christ. Pete, if you've not seen that, look it up. Shall I read it to you? There's a lot to read. My eyes can't hardly see the thing. I can't be asked to get my glasses. Legend has it the world of ours is really three worlds: the world of humans, the world of man beasts, and the nightmare world of monster demons, who take on earthly forms to pour their mighty energies into the bodies of human girls. Every 3,000 years comes the super fiend Chojin, whose destiny is it to unite these three worlds into the land of eternity. As Amano from the world of Manbeast battles the forces of the monster world in his quest for knowledge, he realizes that the Chojin's land of eternity will be a sickening place of horrendous violence, uncontrollable lusts, and supernatural forces beyond the imagination. Yeah, they're well worth watching if you like your manga there. Yeah, I've got Akira, Vampire Hunter D, and Golgo 13 on DVD. I've hardly got any. I want loads of them on DVD. Oh, and that, and them too. But they're so fucking expensive to get. Peter, no, not seen it. Sure, I've seen something familiar. Drops of Tarot, you're going to need some new comments. Ferry said, I do love the history of the Tokyo Midnight Club races. Yeah, I watched Akira the other day. I rewatched Akira the other day. I've got a special edition DVD up there of it. But yeah, I did have loads of manga on VHS. In fact, actually, I got one out the other day because I wanted to convert it. Don't look at me ass crack. You can look at me ass crack if you pay. So I converted that into a MP4 or whatever the other day. See, I fucking cartoons, 18s, it's great. First, I want ass crack. Once you donate, you can have as much ass crack as you want. But I found out the Professional Golgo 13 it's a bit like Shogun Assassin in that it's a film made from like the best parts of a series. That makes sense? So that was a series, and they've took all the best parts and made it into a film. Shogun Assassin was a series, sorry, and they took all the best bits and turned it into a film. Ninja Scroll, I had that on VHS. Perry, one of the best things about these videos for me is the fucking trailers. Because the trailers used to have all of the fucking manga, all the other manga films. Yeah. Converted that the other day. Try and get that on DVD. Let's see how much that would cost. £40. Well, you can get a Blu-ray for 20 quid. Nah, that's in Australia with 40 fucking, yeah. 25 quid. That's quite dear though, 25 quid. 25 quid for an old DVD is a lot, really. Death Note, I know of Death Note, Terry, fucking hell, Penny. I was getting your mixed, fucking hell. Getting your names mixed up. I still have a VHS player and 3 CRT TVs. Yeah, I've got a VHS player. Drops it. Ever watched Kung Fu Hustle? You should. Original voice with subtitles is the best. All right. I haven't. Well, I think I've watched like 3/4 of it in my life. Yeah, I think I've watched like 3/4 of it. I just noticed his gun's got a weird bit on it. What's that? It's got a secondary barrel under his gun, look. That's not actually in the... Fuck me, that is confusing to the brain. Penny said it don't work like that, and you know it, Perry. Demons don't make fair deals, yes. Perry said you need a CRT mic. Get one from the charity place. Oh no, I've got a couple. It could be a laser sight. This film has some very, very, very early CGI in it as well. I don't think it does have a laser in it. But you're right, that could be a laser though, couldn't it? Well, I don't think it does. By the way, that whole image isn't in the film though. That is not how it looks. That's not what it looks like. It actually looks like that. Because that fucking picture on the front makes it look shite. Now, that's just like one of those Indian fucking posters. You ever seen those Indian posters of films? That looks like one of them. Maybe that's the original manga. Maybe that's a bit from the original manga of it. Yeah, I got Leon. That's up there. Picture of anime gun, like that's that. Yeah, I've done too much fucking gun pictures today. Yes. YouTuber. Well, that's why I stopped, Pete, because I've probably done way too much today. Keep holding things like this up. I'll probably go off about 1 o'clock. I can hear that people are still awake, so I ain't keeping anyone up. They'll know more than anyone else is. Tomorrow's plans, probably make a sheath. Depends on what mood I'm in dropped. I might watch some films. But I'm tempted to make a knife sheath for this. Don't know why I said knife sheath. Make a sheath for this. Possibly film it. I don't know. Because the only problem is, don't have to make everything so it's fucking longer film and stuff. And I just want to get it done. Might do that. It's funny, I saw a stain on my I don't know, I must have imagined it. Sorry. So I might make a sheath for that if I'm in the mood. That is shiny, isn't it? I know, it is good. Sheffield, England. Venture says there, and it is Sheffield, England on that side. See if I can hold it still enough so it fucking focuses, shall we? You know, I can't even make my fucking fingers shut properly now. That gap won't shut. Fucking hell. Talk about fucking pain in the ass. Go on, do it. Oh, it did, but can you read it? Yeah, it does say Sheffield, England, doesn't it? I just thought it'd be, if I could get it to focus on that, it'd be easier. I haven't got a clue. Shit, it fucking had fucking focus. I ain't got a clue, mate. It's quite an old knife, I think. Not old, but you know. Come on. Is that focused yet? What are you talking about, Drop? I don't know. Because it's got these grooves on one side, which is obviously finger grooves, but they don't sort of make sense. Don't know. Maybe it's so you can do some chopping with it. Yes. By the way, I've took a fucking measurements of it to transfer it to a weed slasher size. So maybe some copies coming soon. Here's a good bit of porn, knife porn, that one, isn't it? Bet the word clam has several meanings for you and proportions. Yeah, I don't know. Doctor, it ain't for cutting, so yeah, maybe gripping the blades. I was taking the piss, but I don't know. Oh no, maybe it's just decorative. Oh shit. Might just be decorative. Yeah, could be to avoid hot spots. Who knows? But yeah, I'll make a sheath for that. That's if I can be asked. Otherwise, I'll make it Sunday. Otherwise, I'll make it Monday. It depends how cold it is. And it also depends if them lot are working in the shed. It has got an edge. It's not massively sharp, though. But yeah, that would cut. But it's not... I doubt it cut paper. It's just not quite, but it does. It has got an edge, yeah. These are touching, put it that way. I won't start. I'm going to cut up my paper that's got drawings on it, but I mean... Perry and Mike sitting in the tree. Okay. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Perry said, you're going to risk sharpening it. I can do it for you. I just can't guarantee it won't get hairlines due to the finish. No, I'll probably leave it like that. It's not bad. It's not like razor sharp, but that would cut. That would cut stuff. Stop sexualizing me. I know you can't help it. I know it's really difficult not to. You know, I can't help it how sexual I am. But, you know, I don't even mind you doing it. But, you know, if you're gonna get off like Carlos, just don't tell me. Well, Carlos told me he was getting off earlier, so yeah. He was the one that brought up bucking. Exactly. Not me. I didn't do that. More than just kissing. You're off, Peach. You're right, mate. When I said I love you, when I sexy times you, Mike. Yes. You can sexy time me anytime, Penny. Anytime you like. Good night, Peach. Yeah, I'll be off at 1. We'll be on tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know. Doc. Please, I'm jerking. Fuck's sake. I might do. There's a couple of videos I need to do. So I might do a video on my Sobek if I've got it to a standard that I want to show people, because I want to kid it out and then show it off. So we can all have a competition. Who's got the best Sobek? It's all right, Pete. You can jerk it if you want. As I said, Carlos told me he was getting off. So I also might do a video mentioning about these being for sale for 70 quid in places, because at the minute most people can only get them for about 100. There are places selling these for 70 now again. Perry said, which is the nice American couple who sit at the table on the evening on the live? That's Penny and the Drops. That's them. Yeah. Yeah, you're talking to them right now. Penny is the lovely lady, and Drops is the lovely man. I didn't want to leave you out there. I didn't want to leave you out. Drop said, I'd ask for you to stop presenting your balls whenever we stream, but it's losing data. You can't ask me to do that. That's not fair. Don't pretend you've never joined in. Oh, fuck's sake. Fled, I know that right. I haven't heard someone say the word fled for ages. Fucking hell. Would anyone like me to tell you what that means? Fucking fled. Oh, I love it. Fucking fled. I've not heard anyone say that for fucking ages. Fled. I will tell them what it means. D-Mac, how you doing, mate? He said that Sheffield-made Bowie is a World War II knife. Yes, I looked into that. I think this one might be a modern reproduction of it, but the original ones are World War II, aren't they? Because if that was World War II in that condition, bloody hell. I think this might be a repro from like the same place, but modern version. But yeah, you're right, because I looked into it the other day. D-Max, how you doing, mate? Anyway. Pete said, time to bust out the Kung Fu Flid DVD. I don't know whether to say it or not. It's another way of saying like spastic or spacker or something like that in relation to thalidomide. Oh, Christ. Drop said, well off already, Pete. Give the doggo some squits from us. Yeah. Fucking fled. I heard someone saying about being a Joey the other day, and that's another one. Fucking hell. See, I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow, but I've got plenty of stuff I can do. Might change my mind on all of it. Might cut my hair. Well, the other one that I can't believe still exists. No, Joey again was. People started calling each other a Joey because a children's TV program, I think it was Blue Peter maybe or something else, had featured a fucking bloke with cerebral palsy who kept doing this. I could get in trouble for doing this. Sat in a wheelchair like this again. Right? So people went to school the next day and said, you're a Joey. And still to this day, people insult each other by doing just this. That means you're thick as shit. I'm just stating facts here, by the way. Fucking hell. I'm just stating facts. I'm not imitating any fucking it's all true, isn't it, Perry? I know kids now. I know it's terrible, Penny. It is terrible. I know kids now who were born in 2010 who still do that. As an insult because their parents still do it. But to see a kid do that fucking tongue down in your thing, they don't even know where it comes from. You know. Yeah. Oh, God. Older classics. Yes, older clips. Metallic got called that recently. I can't remember why. I think it's because she shouted at someone to because they didn't have lights on their bike, and they shouted something back at her like, "Oh, fuck off with your Spacker-mobile" or something, because she's got like a walking aid. Oh, fucking little bastards! But it surprises me that people even know that now. This was a while ago, Penny. She didn't really care. But, yeah, she shouted at some teenager, not having lights in her back, yeah. They said, fuck off with your Spacker-mobile or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Yeah. Not so funny when you're on time and people still call you tardy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Penny, if we ever find them, we'll turn them into Spackers, shall we? They'll regret that. But yeah. No, exactly. Penny. It was a while ago. She's all right about it. But she probably scared them first. That's why they did it. She loves to, she properly shout at you. If you ain't got lights on your bike, she'll properly shout at you. So she probably scared them first, to be honest. Not that gives them any reason to shout back at her, but, I've put it this way. There's been a few times I've been out with Metallic in the middle of the night and like 1 o'clock in the morning, and a bike's whizzed past without lights, and she shouted at him, and I thought, oh, here we go. I'm going to have to fight now. Oh, God. Jock said, went right over your head. But, yeah. What's the time? Got me for 2 more minutes. No, I got it. Tardy, retarded. No, yeah. It didn't. He knows. Yeah, tardy, timely, tardy, retarded. No, I got it. I just didn't. I was distracted by Penny's comment underneath. Mum's not too bad at the minute. She's so Penny said, "How's your mum?" She's okay. She's not. I don't know if she's been falling asleep a little bit more than normal, like not normal. So let's say there's coming out of hospital and she's like a new woman for a bit, and then there's fucked and having to go to hospital. That's good. That's bad. She's probably about there. So yeah, not bad. Yeah, she ain't too bad. She's coherent. She's not asleep all the time. Yeah, she's not too bad. The only real issue she's got, and she don't seem to give a shit, it's probably because of because she's got the type 2 diabetes and the circulation problems. I don't think she can feel her feet very well. So the fact that she nearly ripped her toenail off and it's just hanging on, the fact that she can't feel it. She went to the hospital about that. No doctors today. I need to ask her about that, actually. So I said, you managed to pull the citrus tree inside from... I have, yes. It's in a Wendy house. And as of now, it looks all right. And there's been some proper cold spots. That's not right, man. Whatever it is. There's been some proper cold... This isn't what I was trying... This is not the words I was trying to think, but there's been some proper cold snaps where water and the shit would have frozen if it was outside. It keeps it just cool enough, warm enough in that Wendy house that water does not freeze in there. Cold spikes, yeah. Cold snaps, cold spikes. That water doesn't freeze in there. So that means that plant the mud shouldn't freeze. It looks all right. It looks healthy as fuck. So if I can keep that like that, that'd be amazing. And I looked into something. Did I tell you, Dropped? I may have found a way to potentially force it into maybe grown fruit. But I don't know. But I'll try it. What they reckon you have to do is all of the single long branches that stick up, you have to get them, bend them downwards and tie them so that they're facing down. And that does something to the tree and it starts producing fruit. So I might actually try that next year. Or this year, not next year. But yeah, it's okay. I'll show you. I've shown you it. And it's in the Wendy house. It's in the Wendy house. Maybe we just forget. We're often talking a lot of crap when we're drunk anyway, aren't we? I'm not crap, but you know. Yeah, I'll be off in a minute because I can tell everyone's going to bed now. I started to become a bit more quiet. Yeah, it's been a good fun night tonight. I've enjoyed it. It's nice having a chat with you lot. Yeah. Penny said, make sure you're on the right side of the moon for that. Yes, I'll look at that. So like a bonsai level of plant. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, get the branches, bend them downwards. I'll give it a go. It's been a good evening, hasn't it, Perry? It's been nice fun. I'm glad you came back. Some people might not have. Some people might have automatically go, fuck you then, and just gone. Fucking Christ. Right. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Be normal time. Love you too, Penny. Love you, Drops. Love you all. But especially Penny in the Drops. And our Queen. Right? I'll see you all tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a maybe I shall have a knife sheath. I was gonna say knife sheath to show you tomorrow. Yeah, take care, Perry. It was nice having you on, mate. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow night about 9:30, all right? I might do a late one as well. Not late, but I'll do late enough, all right? Richard, good night, mate. Richard, Penny, Dropped, Perry, our Queen, if you're still listening, good night. Who else was on? Spacker. D-Max. Peter's already gone. There's 15 people watching. All of you 15 people watching, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like before you go. Penny said, lock your windows and your doors, yes. Don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. Keep a knife under your pillow. In case the boogeyman comes to get you. Right? See you later. Thank you for watching. You'll be safe. Good night. Don't worry, he's not coming to get you. Good night. See you later. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. It's been a nice fun night tonight. Nice fun night tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.